Welcome back to D&D in the World of Terra. I am Architect, or Jason, your humble DM. With me, as always, are Lex playing Shae,
Hello.
Bobby playing Grim the Cleric.
Hello.
We got Matt playing Bebo.
Hello, I'm waving.
And unfortunately, George, who plays Tassora, the Dwarf Machinist, is ill today and could not join us. So we will try very hard not to get his character killed.
Feel better, George?
Woo, feel better.
Previously on D&D, the party got together to become a party, really, and set out for adventure at the behest of Badger for a particular job of clearing the nearby woods of Knolls. The job lines up pretty well with a task they had been given by Minerva to retrieve an amulet that is buried in some ruins near this Pack of Knolls dark shrine that's been kind of poisoning the woods. The amulet is also something that is sought by Otessa, who is the Tessa of Tessa's Taproom, as a way to have Shae and Grim kind of repair that relationship and be able to move forward properly in town. The party sets out, crossbows in tow. They find the Knolls in a dank cave and find their dark shrine, which attempts to take over the mind of anyone who sees it by offering them power. At the height of battle, as the party is struggling to kill off some Knolls, Tassora accepts the dark gift, gains a power boost, and the party is able to overcome and kill all the Knolls, at which point in time the dark spirit possessing Tassora gets her to maybe stabby the back of the party a little bit, and she is knocked unconscious. That is where we pick up today.
You did miss the absolute trauma of the fact that B got shot in the chest by their only friend, and is now questioning everything about life.
In fairness, that's why you joined the party, so you could have two other friends.
Exactly.
Because
I had that other friend, but he was only friends when I was buying crossbows from him.
Yes.
I'm starting to suspect he may not actually be friends with me.
Fleeting friendships.
Yes.
Still count.
I'd like to think so. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, so you have destroyed.
That was all like externalized by Bebo to the party.
Yeah.
He's sitting contemplating the universe.
So Bebo goes unconscious, but that doesn't mean that the voice box stops.
Yeah. That is the most me thing that's ever happened.
So the party is recovering. You have destroyed the dark shrine. The feeling of kind of evil around you is no longer there. The voice that was in the back of your mind pleading with you to give you power and attempting to sway you has stopped. You believe you have put this particular spirit or entity to rest. And speaking of rest, Tassora and potentially others are unconscious at your feet. Grim. I think I have this right. I don't know who's asleep and who's awake.
I sure would like to take a nap too.
I believe,
Oh, or maybe I should spare the dying.
is Shae KO'd right now?
No, I think I'm back up.
Yeah, I think Grim and Shae were exploring the cave while Bebo and Tassora sleep it off.
I distinctly remember the conversation between, well, I say I as me, not me as B, remember distinctly the conversation about being like, these guys are meant to be cool and yet they've both just got knocked on their asses. Do we actually want to hang out with them anymore? Which was worrying.
A lot of worrying things happened to Bebo.
That's only going to get worse.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is safe to say because he can't hear this anyway. Okay, let's not
Should we
wake our.
explore before we wake them up?
Oh yeah, let's not wake them up yet.
Okay.
Just for safety.
They look like they could use the rest.
That's true. Are you okay?
I'm serviceable for now.
Okay. Glad to hear it.
So let's check this place out.
Yeah. If you check the back of the cave, I'll look at the. I'll go check the big gnome. No, knoll.
Back of the cave is my special.
Okay. Kind of to the back end of the cave from where you came in. There is a small pool of fairly fetid water. There are a few like crates that have been smashed open and whatnot, probably the spoils of raids and whatnot. The ability to loot anything seems low here. Across the various bodies of gnolls and other bits and bobs, you find 8 gold pieces.
Are you writing this down, or should I write this down?
I have gold written down.
8 gold or just gold?
Well, that's a total of 632 gold, counting that 8.
Okay, so you did include the 8. Okay, good.
I'm apparently not writing down items, but I am writing down.
Fair. Sorry for interrupting you again.
We had to have our annual board of directors meeting about the budget.
Oh, I thought that was a story about work, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop this recording."
No, it just
I'm with
happened.
you.
You witnessed it.
I'm with you.
Just out of nowhere, he's gonna talk about work.
The big knoll doesn't really have anything on it. The magic weapon it was carrying has exploded and dissipated into nothingness. Just shards of bone around it. Its own head is missing. Not a lot to see here.
Okay.
Boy, not even a head for a trophy. That's lame.
Doesn't really seem to be my style anyway.
Not mine either, but somebody might have wanted it.
That's true. We haven't had much luck with evil weapons, so.
It's a shame the weapon went full Buffy the Vampire Slayer when it. So, that's it. What about the shrine itself? Can we check that?
Well, you destroyed most of it. So
But not.
it's pretty much not a shrine.
It's just pieces.
It's just a pile of skulls and whatever else. However, when you go over to that area again, you do feel a slight breeze. A little bit of a crosswind coming through the wall.
Secret door. I must investigate.
As you kind of tear down a little bit more of the mud and stone and skulls that are
Wait, Grim pauses briefly. Like, absolutely freezes for just a second because the thought that there could be a mummy on the other side. No, okay, he'll...
As you kind of pull away that, you see that there is a bit of a smooth stone wall behind, and there is a seam. There's a maybe like that, and you can feel the air being pulled through it.
I don't see a way to open it.
You can continue to clear more away and see what you find. Eventually you'll come to the point where basically the outline of a door is there, and there's a bit that has been broken away or cracked that is where the air is passing through. The rest of it is a for lack of a better term, secret door style.
I push on it.
It does not give.
Roll
Shae,
a
come
dex
look at
save. Okay, what did you find?
I think I found a door, but I can't open it.
Oh,
And I
have you
don't
tried
think...
pushing it?
I, as a matter of fact, I just did. I don't think there's a mummy behind it,
Have you tried
but I don't know
pulling?
for sure. No. There's not really much to pull on. It's kind of smooth stone. I'll try to pull. I'll Alex handled my fingers into that crack and try to get a grip and give it a tug.
A little bit of stone breaks away, but nothing else.
Damn it. If only we had a dwarf.
Right, he would know what to do. Have you looked for a switch or something? Or a
I've
mechanism?
been looking. I've been clearing. I haven't found anything yet.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, good. With a -1, that's a 12.
You think that there must be some sort of switch or device that opens it, but you don't know what.
There must be some sort of device or switch that opens it, but I don't know what it is.
I'll help you look for it then. Investigation. Right?
Yep.
Okay, that is awesome. That is, what's my investigation? +1, okay. That's a 17.
Okay. After looking for a little bit, you see that there is more kind of constructed stone moving away from the altar to the left, as opposed to just natural cavern. It's all kind of covered in gunk and refuse and whatnot from the gnolls, but this wall appears to be a constructed wall, or a nicely carved wall, as opposed to cavern. Yeah, and as you can clear some away, you see more stones, but that's...
But no switch lever or anything.
Not it quick,
Graham, have you tried clearing this wall?
Over there?
Yeah?
No.
Why don't you look over there?
I'll look over there.
I'm not gonna clear away all that gunk. We have to clear it for.
Clearing away gunk.
Yeah, teamwork.
There was actually a whole season we spent at the seminary on clearing away gunk. Oh, there wasn't.
Okay. As you kind of spend some time cleaning, you eventually kind of find some carvings in the stone, a little bit of mosaic work. Eventually coming upon a little carved face with horns coming out of it.
That looks creepy. It's not a language I recognize, I take it?
It's not a language, it's just a picture.
Just a picture, not words. Okay. That doesn't look good, Shae. What's this? You don't recognize this, do you?
Maybe I've seen it in a book somewhere. It looks a bit religious, right? That's the feeling
Anything
that I'm
old,
getting.
looks like
creepy,
something
and
you've seen
scary
before,
is
yeah.
religious.
It's something you've seen before, recently.
Recently, even. We've seen this before.
Something I've seen too?
Yeah. The last time you were in any sort of ruins.
It's the same face?
Mhm.
Son of a bitch.
Bebo's evil twin.
Has the goatee.
We're dealing with a widespread religion and or cult.
Ah. Have you tried licking it?
Oh, no, I haven't. I lick it.
Well, you get MRSA, first of all.
Bah.
Uh,
Ugh.
Cure disease, cure disease.
I think that was bat guano.
when you touch it, some dust and more kind of caked on dirt kind of crumbles away, and you see that there is a seam around it.
I push on it.
Kind of jiggles for a second and doesn't really give. More crumble away. You kind of brush away at that, and then you push, and eventually it pushes in, and more crumble breaks away, and some stone comes down. And you hear like a loud clicking sound.
Stand back.
And the stone wall over behind the shrine slowly shakes down. Just stuff crumbling off the wall. Almost for a moment you think there's going to be a cave-in or a landslide, but it's really just kind of the layer of like baked on mud and dried kind of skin of the cave just breaking away. It reveals a stairwell down.
Okay, that's creepy.
Yeah, this looks to be going a bit deeper and further than just like a back room. So, shall we see if we can wake up the other two?
Yeah, I think it's about time. We'll go back.
Okay. I'll try and wake, shake the two awake.
You are able to rattle Bebo around. You hear kind of weird sound as like you kind of shake him and things inside of him move about. And after a few minutes, the little lights in his eyes kind of pop on, and there's that reverb of when you turn on like a stereo system or a speaker. That kind of pops.
It's the sound of a telephone modem.
You hear the the Apple startup sound.
Your Bebo shut down unexpectedly. Would you like to launch in safe mode? Only kidding.
You are unable to wake up Tassora.
Well,
That
welcome
was-
back to.
That was exciting, if not entirely horrifying. Yeah, I'm sure Tassora was possessed, right?
It sure
I mean,
seems that way.
Did she seem normal to you guys? I mean,
Well, I hardly know her, so as far as I know, stabbing people in the back is what she does every other day.
she's never shot me before. I feel like we'll have to have a chat about it when she's still out of it. Okay, maybe that's for the best.
Maybe we should tie her up.
I mean, that seems like a good idea because I'm not sure how much more I can take being shot in the face.
At least take away weapons, tie up. Do we need some healing? I mean, that's kind of what I do.
I mean, I am damaged. I'm about 10% operational at the moment, which is...
I'm no mechanic.
It's okay. So you should be able to just kind of boost the life crystal inside me, and it should keep me going.
Wait, do we want to heal or shall we just take a rest? Just rest a bit.
Oh, I like the idea of resting.
Well, we just tie Tassora up. What's the name again? And write it down.
Tassora?
No, that's somebody else. That's the inn owner.
I can't make out the words that you're using right now.
Tassora is the
Tassora
dwarf, yes?
is George's character, yeah.
No, okay. Now, we can just.
Is the tavern owner.
It's confusing to have.
Hey, I
There's two Tesses.
was here first.
So yeah, we can just take a rest while I'll tie her up, and we're probably going to leave her for a bit. Well, there's a bimbo there, so out in the back there's a stairway, hidden stairway leading down. We're gonna check that out.
Oh, I love hidden staircases. In fact, actually, this one, I'm going to go into my satchel of crossbows. I found this at the bottom of a secret staircase before. It was, well, we had to fight for it. It wasn't broken when I found it, but hidden staircases, thumbs up from me.
Well, guess it just made you go. Yeah. So we can tie her up, and then there are still null bodies around, right? Yeah, well, we don't want to leave her out in the open, so let's stuff her in a corner and then cover her up with the null bodies to hide her.
Maybe not null bodies, maybe just like my cloak, and I'm going to just like pull my cloak off.
Does this look like a place where a random cloak would just be laying in the corner?
Yes. I mean, it's very spooky.
Either way, she's going to get looted if somebody comes along.
Yeah, but people might be less inclined to shift through a pile of stinking null bodies.
I don't know. That's the best way to loot a knoll. At least in my experience.
You know more than me, but it feels a bit cruel. I wouldn't like to come to under a pile of bodies, and I don't have a sense of smell, so.
Okay, fine. I'm only trying to do in a practical way keep her safe. Which, considering I barely know her, and I just found out she stabs people in the back, I feel that I'm pretty generous here.
Above and beyond.
If it helps, that is that's very out of character. I've not seen her do that more than like once.
Yeah, but now I have to take the words of her companion, who I also barely know. So,
I'll be
no
honest. Shae,
offense.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, well.
You know what happened? Friends, tie up friends, and investigate staircases. That's what I know.
I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yep. Let's tie her up and let's go check out the staircase.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, I'll just remember that one for the future. I didn't. That's what friends did, but okay.
It's one of the things friends do. We tie each other up and investigate staircases.
I never tied Malachi up. Am I a bad friend?
Are you still friends with Malachi?
He's dead, so.
Oh well. Guess we'll never know.
Spiritually, yes.
Maybe you've tied your friend's spirit up with your love strings.
Oh no, it wasn't like that. I was just like his servant.
Servant?
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a friendship so much as like a owner-slave relationship?
No. No, we were friends.
Friends typically aren't each other's servants, though.
Oh.
But friends do tie each other up when we misbehave.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I can't say I've had many close friends, and I've only really travelled with two people. That's Tassora and Malachi, and they both make me do their carrying and their laundry for them. So I assume that's what friends do.
Well, I imagine if Malachi ever stabbed you in the back or shot you in the face, you probably would have tied him up to try and figure out why.
I mean, I don't know he would have.
If we weren't friends, we'd just kill Tassora and move on.
I mean, he didn't have a gun for a start.
How would George love to roll up another character?
And he wasn't really much of a fighter.
There's some pretty strong plot armor in place today, so.
I'd like to not kill her.
No. We're gonna tie her up very gently, so she can't follow us and shoot you in the face again.
I mean, that seems reasonable, I guess. Can you show me how friends tie friends up, just for future reference?
Oh, let me show you. And Grim will proceed to tie Tassora up, hands and.
Now, is there any reason you're using a bowline knot there? Is that, like...
That's just the one I know.
Oh, okay. So any kind of knot could do?
Yeah, no, tying up friends is really a personal experience. You can use any kind of knot, any kind of rope, as tight or as loose as you see fit based on your friendship.
Oh, okay. So
and or the level of betrayal in the face shooting.
Oh, okay. I mean, to be fair, this is like 1 out of like 50 days we've hung out, and she's only shot me on one of those, so that's like a 2% betrayal rate, so not too hard then.
98% friendship, that's not terrible.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
good.
I know people who've gotten married over less.
Oh, well, no, I don't want to marry. I think she has her eye on Shae.
Oh, well, who doesn't, really? I've traveled with Shae a long time, and I can tell you, people always look at her with a certain eye.
Oh, are you two? Sorry, I'll
no,
make
not
sure
us.
I'll make sure Tassora knows. Wink.
Nope, not us.
Right.
I'm just a casual observer of Shae's attraction from other people. What adventure isn't made better by a little cat ass?
It's right in my face.
Is that a technical term or?
Yep.
Okay. Right.
That's what happens. Oh wait, she's back.
Fan service.
The role
I'm all
of
out of dollar
Tassora.
bills.
The role of Tassora will be reprised by Maggie.
Yes. Meow.
So, right, okay, so... That's,
So
now,
gently tied, propped in the corner on her side so she can't swallow her tongue. We're not savages.
that sounds very reasonable.
We just don't want to be shot in the face again. Let's take weapons.
Oh, I can store them. I'll
There you go,
pick up
perfect.
I'll pick up the gun and stick it in my bag.
Don't touch that trigger thing.
I don't think my hands fit on it. She's a teeny tiny dwarf, and I'm a big old mech boy. So
Excellent. So that staircase then.
yeah, I like staircases. It is a bit dark though.
Can you see in the dark?
No.
We don't want a short rest.
Oh yes, we should rest first.
I
I
mean-
prefer a long rest, but I don't think we're going to get.
I do need to slightly panel beat my head back into shape.
Well, a long rest is like 8 hours, so you don't want to spend the night in a cave filled with dead bodies. If you don't mind.
I'm thinking there's an opportunity here. There's a tabletop opportunity for us to spend the night in the Knoll Cave.
I feel like that's
That's probably not a good idea.
no.
No. Okay, short rest then. We'll try and get in an hour before we head down the stairs and hope Tassora doesn't wake up, because then we'll have to gag
No,
her.
I think a short rest.
Friends.
Sorry, I think a short rest is like 4 hours or so. Right?
1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour. Okay. Yeah, no.
It's a super short, just enough time for a sandwich and a nap.
So, Ark, are there any... So, am I right in thinking there's one main entrance to this room, which is one we came in? Is there one at the back of the room as well, apart from the staircase?
No.
No. Okay, is there anything in the way of, like, furniture, like tables and such in here? Okay.
There's a broken shrine.
That was just, like, piles of, like, clay and stuff there, wasn't it?
Skulls, but yeah.
Rocks and
Okay.
skulls.
Are we definitely burying Tassora? I think something we can make a little barricade by that, entrance with, knolls, just in case, if someone comes in and tries to sneak up on us, they'll trip over some knolls and we'll know, because they'll be like, oh, who put these darn knolls here?
Use the Knoll bodies and Tassora as a barrack.
Oh, no, not Tassora. No.
Prop
Oh,
up the
sorry, I
walls so they're
misunderstood.
like,
Yeah.
people come by and
We
they're
just
like,
stack
"Hey,
them up at the entrance like a wall.
Lead
Yeah,
them up like they're drunk.
Exactly.
A weekend
I-
at Nolly's.
Exactly. I was going to make that exact same joke. I've read that book. Have you? Excellent.
Someone flip the pictures for me.
I mean, we could just sit here and just keep an eye, I suppose.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
we don't need to sleep for a short rest. We can just chill.
No, yeah. Okay, I'm happy to just chill. And maybe Tassora will wake up, and then we can ask her why she shot me in the face, and then we can untie her. And then maybe she can, like, tie me up, or I don't know what, you know?
That's fair. Or we'll go check out the staircase and see if she's still evil when we get back.
I mean, yeah, we could do that as well.
You gain the benefits of short rest. You may spend hit dice as you so choose.
I am going to spend some hit dice.
Did we get any experience from the last fight, by the way?
Probably.
For the last 3.
I've gone from level 0 to level 5 in like 2 sessions. I'm happy.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. That is a reasonable amount of hit points back.
Do you add your constitution to that? Or is it just a hit?
Yes.
I don't remember.
Con per die.
Okay.
Oh. In that case, then I'm very much back in the fight.
I get my channel divinity back. That's cool.
Woo. Nice.
Nothing else, though.
One day, we'll have more to spend.
I need to figure out how to fighter up my recharges. They get everything back with a short rest.
I suggest multi-classing, but I am very much against multi-classing into fighter.
I don't think... Yeah, it still doesn't recharge my spells after a short rest. I need to figure out some new form of meta that would do that. And then convince the...
Warlock.
I just miss recharging after a short... You know, just sit down, catch your breath, and everything's back. Mm-hmm. That was fun. But I didn't have spells.
Wizard also does it.
Only a little bit.
Certain degree.
Arcane recovery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They can get some back.
Yeah.
Well, maybe after Grim dies, I'll wizard up.
I mean, I can kill Grim now if you like.
I'm not in a hurry.
As Grim is just thinking like, what would I want to be reincarnated as? B is just sneaking up behind him with a glaive out.
I wonder what it would be like as a wizard.
Yeah, but if you let's be honest, it's the curse of D&D. If you were a wizard, you'd want to be a cleric.
Right, exactly. And if I had straight hair, I'd want curly.
We are adventurous, and what's a bigger adventure than the next life?
Just saying. Let's hit that staircase. Grim is so bold, and now he's like, I'll come back as a wizard. He's going to go first down the staircase.
He's going to push each other off down the stairs.
Just
YOLO.
Yeah, this is it. Here we go.
Case in point, is YOLO not entirely against the cleric's belief system? Like
it was until he got momentarily wrapped up in this emotional event, and now he's charging down the staircase excited.
I'm gonna chase after.
Okay. You head down the staircase and eventually come to a 10 by 10 chamber, by 10. So basically a cube of stone, of worked stone, with another door in front of you, a big stone slab. On either side of the doorway, there is a kind of a chiseled out piece, a little pilaster, of the threshold or the door frame. And each side has carvings on it, various sigils or runes or something, as well as the image of the horned helmet.
Hey, do you guys know what that weird spooky face thing is?
We've seen it, but we don't know what it is. Do I recognize the runes? It's not a language I recognize. It's nothing familiar or even like a distant.
It's from the Sun Empire. What's it called, I believe? It's probably a religious symbol of sorts.
No, you don't recognize.
No, but like a proper historian, I'm just bullshitting my way through.
Oh no, sorry, I meant Grim.
Oh.
Must be pagan.
Can I? Should we? So I'll be honest with you guys. I've not been on many action adventures. This is kind of exciting. Aren't these things like usually like trapped or something? Like you walk
Often
through,
can be.
trip a thing, and then it explodes and you die.
What an opportunity! Grim is going to try to show Bebo how to search for traps. Bebo, come look at this. We approach it slowly at first.
I'm gonna follow Grim's directions with like a really exaggerated creeping step.
You have to look around because you never know where there'll be a tripwire or a pressure stone or any other kind of sensor that could pick you up. Sometimes it's magical and you don't even know it's there until you get sprayed in the face with acid.
Done.
Right up, and we're gonna search for traps.
Yep. That is 11 plus.
That's a 7 for Grim.
Investigation, that's 14 for Bebo.
You find nothing to indicate that it would be trapped?
Looks clear to me.
Yep, looks good to me too. Let's open her up.
And when you
I'm
touch
gonna
it,
open
the
the
giant
door.
log from the tree goes...
Yeah. Can I try and pull or push the door open and whatever seems to be the most appropriate option?
The slab doesn't give at all.
Oh. Well, I guess it's a dead end.
No, we don't know yet. Grim's gonna start looking around for that devil face button.
Well, there's one on each side of the door.
Ooh. Bebo, go push that face while I push this one.
Okay, I push the button.
If you push
Like
them at the
Grim.
same, if you push them at the same time, the door shimmies down.
And I'll look at Bebo like,
Wink! I'm pointing.
one eye goes out and comes back on.
Exactly. I will say, sorry, I don't want to burst it, but we have canonically established that when Bebo wants to wink, they just say wink.
That's true.
You know.
So ahead of you, the door drops down. There is a large open room before you that goes off on for a little ways. As you kind of look and the door drops, as soon as the door clicks down and kind of seals the threshold, flush with the floor, there is a soft green glow that appears. Everything beyond this stone entryway is brass or bronze plates. They're about 2 by 2 foot, so fairly large. They are all a square with a circle like inscribed inside of it. Then at the center of that circle is a smaller square. In most of them, it's just kind of an etched out design that looks like it has ridge, an actual relief to it. Some have a green glowing crystal in them. There are about 4 per wall in this space. The entire room seems to be decked out in these plates. The floor is completely smooth, 2 by 2 flat brass surface. The ceiling and the walls have the more inscribed or relief version. As you kind of look in, you see at the far end there is a massive metal wall that you think might be a big door. It's got a frame around it that is heavily carved or etched. It has a a fairly large relief to it, and the front of it comes down and out into what appears to be some sort of shelf on it.
Ooh, this is a cool room. Malachi would love this. He loved brass. Brass was like his number one thing. He used to say, Bebo, if you can't trust brass, you can't trust anything. That's what he'd say.
Can we see where the green glow is coming from?
Little crystals set inside, well, not little, they're like the size of your fist.
Glowing
set
crystals.
Into the, some of the wall panels.
Are all of the brass panels like identical and blank? Are there any markings on them? Does
The
it
ones
look
on
like
the
there's
floor
any...
are completely blank and flat. The ones on the walls are inscribed with the circle and then the little square in the center of that.
I don't feel as bold as I did when I charged down the stairs, guys, but it looks safe to walk into the room.
Okay, Bebo's going to walk into the room and walk up to that shelf and have a look.
As you walk into the room, you see that on the left side there are there is a giant mural that you couldn't really see or you didn't notice from where you were, but it is etched completely from the brass. It probably has a solid 2 inches worth of relief from the most outer edge to the backdrop of it, and it looks to be some sort of great carved battle scene.
Whoa.
So that's on your left. As you move forward towards
Look out,
the door,
Art, behind you!
you see that the last... What are you doing that's incorrect? You see that the last maybe 20 feet of the room, all the squares are, instead of being flat on the floor like the rest of the floor has been, have carvings on them. And unlike the ones on the wall, they're not simple, just like mosaic shape. These are faces, but they are not like human faces or the horned helmet face. They seem to be the same 4 faces.
Whoa.
The same 3 faces, repeated.
Is there any kind of seeming pattern to the faces, or just like, like?
There was at one point. Yes, they seem to be. So the faces appear to be some sort of like demonic, demon-y face, like snarling and angry.
Okay.
There is one that looks almost kind of like quasi-human, but not. You're not really sure what that's supposed to be. Very kind of like stone-faced, like very grim. And then
It's grim. What?
some sort of dragon face, big lizard face. They do seem to be in kind of an alternating pattern.
Okay.
I'm not sure of.
Hey guys, this room is spooky as heck.
Yes, it is. I want to go in and look at the faces too. Do they look like the same faces we've seen before?
No.
These are different, like similar but not the same.
No, they're
Or
not even
completely
remotely.
different.
They're completely different.
New devil faces.
These are. So the other one is just like kind of a like human face or a helmet with horns on it as the symbol of the Empire. These are meticulously well carved, like demon face, dragon face, something else face.
Huh.
So, Grim, any ideas?
Only
Sorry,
one.
there would have to be 4. So the fourth one, it looks like a it almost looks like it's been carved out of. It's a face carved out of like stone, almost.
Oh.
But it's in the brass, but it like looks like it has the crags and whatnot of stone.
Oh.
Grim licks each one.
Nothing happens.
You might blasphemy that goes around the room. What happens around you is staggering.
Grim, just as... Is there a reason why you like? Is that a good way to search your traps or anything? Like, is there a reason why you
search for traps?
No, not for traps. I seek I seek a different enlightenment.
Oh, okay. Do you need to lick me?
No,
Okay, just wondering.
not right now, anyway. Although, I mean, since you brought it up, there may come a time, and if that happens, it's nothing personal.
Okay.
I mean, unless it is, but at that point, I assume we've developed a relationship, and you would understand what the licking meant.
Okay.
Do you two need a moment?
Not right now.
No, it's fine, thank you. Just, I presume you'll ask first.
Well, I would hope if I didn't ask that it would have been implied and understood. Like I said, at that point, there should be an evolution of relationship. So don't worry about it yet. We're not at that point.
Okay, that's good. Can I go and have a look at this shelf area, please?
You just take off walking across the floor?
Yep.
Okay.
And Grim is left like,
Come on, you've licked worse.
As you walk
it's
across,
true.
there is a point where you step on one of the tiles.
Uh-oh.
And you feel it kind of click down below your foot. And a jolt of power goes through you.
Oh,
Grim.
it's a recharge station. Good.
You take,
Remember those trap things?
you take 18 points of necrotic damage.
Well, that's like half of my short rest damage put gone. Grim, I think I found one of those traps.
Ouch. I was hoping for lightning damage that would just be good for you, like recharge that battery. But
I mean, I don't run on a. But do we need to talk about the bots and the bees? Like,
I was just gonna say, can mechanical beings look pale? Because you don't look good, my friend.
I mean, I mean, no, we don't change complexion, so that's kind of offensive.
Apologies, that was racist.
But
Think.
no,
That's
so
racist too.
So there's a like a little crystal thing that kind of keeps me going. So it's not like a battery. I'm not like a machine. I'm like a non-machine machine.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a cure wounds at him.
As long as nobody moves.
As long as nobody moves. 9 HP back, so you get half of it back.
That's lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry about that whole battery comment. That was my bad.
That's okay. I'll yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's hardly the worst way I've been betrayed by a friend today. So, I'm gonna walk over to the. continue walking over towards that.
Are you
shelf
being
while-
careful how you're walking?
I am. Can I like use my Grim? If I like poke a tile with my glaive, is that gonna like kill me or kill the glaive? How do traps work?
Oh boy, it depends on that trap. Ideally, you want to find the trap first.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, very carefully looking at all of the floor tiles, walk over towards that thing. I'm also going to point. I'm going to point to the tile and say, "Don't step on that one. That one's bad."
How are you determining any of this?
I will. I was going to poke with my glaive as I go.
Oh, something just happened.
We lost Lex.
We lost Lex. Oh, wait, he's back.
What was that?
I don't know. He dropped off and came back.
Guten Abend, mein Herr.
But
Netherlands glitch.
camera's not fixed yet. There it goes. Okay.
It was weird.
Okay. You have you moved yet when you start poking things?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to basically poke the tile in front of me, and if it's safe, step onto it and kind of repeat that until I get a good reason
nothing
not to.
happens when you poke the tile in front of you.
I'm going to step on that tile.
Okay. Okay, when you poke the next tile in front of you, the tile that you just stepped on is a one of the kind of like almost human-ish faces that just looks like a very like stony expression, but not the one that looks like it's a face carved from stone.
What was the one I stepped on?
One of the demons.
Ah. Okay. In that case, then I'm going to. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to poke. But basically, I'm going to avoid demons. So like demon tiles.
Yeah. Okay. As you step through, you kind of just have to go a little bit around some spots. If you completely avoid the demons, then you're just kind of poking at like a dragon face or this rock person face or this other face. There's no give to your glaive when you push down, and there's nothing when you step on them. And eventually, you make your way up to the altar or the shelf or whatever. The two tiles in front of the shelf or in front of the door are directly in front of it. It's actually 4 tiles wide, so it's demon, dragon, other face, rock person face. You are able to stand on the dragon and the other face and be fine. This shelf actually appears to be some sort of brass basin set into the door. It's kind of held out.
Hey, Grim, Shae, I got something for you to lick. Also, don't stand on the demon face, because then you nearly die.
So while they were moving forward and doing this thing, Shae and Grim, if you were looking around, you would have seen the mural on the left. The right side is just the normal these tiles, and then every few have the little green crystal that's glowing. There are also 2 other doorways out of this room that have no doors in them. They are to the right and to the left, pretty much right as you enter. They are in the back wall, though. So in the same wall you entered the room into, on your left, on the right, there are exits out. As you kind of peek around the corner, you see that the one to the right enters like a corridor or a short hallway. The one on the left seems to enter another room that has another mural on the wall. We can return to that in a moment. You were pretty well distracted by suddenly Steamheart just trouncing through the floor.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Grim's gonna head over, careful not to step on demon faces, and lick the shelf.
I was thinking more the basin, actually, rather than the shelf.
Oh, the
itself.
basin. I'll lick the basin.
You know, it collects moisture and
Yeah, it tastes disgusting. And when I turn around, I'll notice the other doors.
What
like,
does it taste like?
Kind of like death and disappointment.
But does it taste like okay? So here's my logic.
Like dust, salt, and bat turds.
Because
It
something
actually just
probably
tastes like clean brass.
goes in there, right? But I was wondering if it tastes like bloody or something.
It is a urinal. You are. This civilization took their
We're in the bathroom.
their hygiene very carefully. Yeah.
I've seen this one. There's a basilisk that lives under here somewhere.
This is definitely magical.
Okay, how do you know? That was really
magical.
quick. Oh,
It's just a big bowl.
oh
It's
okay.
not bowl shaped. There's other rooms. There's a room and a hallway.
I love other rooms.
Should we hit the room first and then the hallway?
Yeah. Hey Shae, you're sneaky, right?
Ish.
Okay. Do you want to check it out? Because I kind of got fried, and I appreciate the lessons, Grim, but I don't know if I'm quite ready for traps yet.
Sure. I'm slightly disappointed in you that you give up so quickly.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can, as you say, you're disappointed. Bee's face just noticeably drops. Just the light in their eyes just dims slightly. Oh no, I didn't mean I'm giving up. Right, no, it's fine. I'll do it. I'm gonna just head over, being careful of demon faces, and walk straight into that other room.
Well played, Shae.
Thank you.
When you enter the other room, the mural on the wall is a giant resplendent dragon
Whoa.
carved from the brass of the wall. Face centered, and then body kind of out from that, wings spread, and all of that. As you enter the room, you hear a slight clicking followed by a hissing sound, and giant gouts of flame go out of the floor.
Oh.
You take 11 points of fire damage.
Okay. I'm starting to think I'm not built for this kind of work.
You're
This
doing
is
a great job so far.
A whole new version of the trap Roomba.
Okay. Can I see what caused that? Was it another tile?
There are tiles on the ground.
Is it?
And they have little holes at the center of them.
Oh. Okay. Don't stand on the hole tiles either.
Every tile has a hole in it.
Oh. Okay. That room. Okay.
Now, not every tile spewed flame out, but every tile does. They look identical. There's no way to tell the difference between the.
If you step right on top of a hole, then the flame can't get out, and then you won't get burned. Well,
Is that true, Shae? Because I mean, I'll be honest. You said I should rush in here, and then I got burned up, and I'm starting to wonder what kind of.
I never told you to rush in there. I only told you that I was slightly disappointed, and that was the truth.
But disappointment is the worst. Disappointing your friends is the worst thing you can do.
Actually,
Well-
getting burned alive by a trap is the worst thing you can do.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
but that's not what a friend would do, right? That's a
it's
trap that does it.
kind of what I was built for, to help Malachi avoid danger. So I'm
You're made of metal, right?
exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
there you go.
It still hurt like hell. Don't get me wrong.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to go in then? Do you want to tap out?
Well, what else can I see in this room apart from the dragon mural?
There is another door. So basically, it's like a U. It's just squared off, but you enter, dragon mural room, exit.
Okay.
Back through the same wall?
Yeah.
Wow, this
But
doubling
into
back
another.
action's getting spooky.
But so would that would that lead back into the room we're in now, or
No.
does it go like past? Okay.
It goes elsewhere.
Okay. Where it's sorry, I'm just let's go some paper. I need to map this out in my head, and by in my head I mean on paper. So we went into the room. So straight ahead was the door with the basin, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then to the right is the dragon room.
Left.
To the right
Left
and back behind
If
us.
you
so in the
have
same wall we
entered-
came through.
If you've entered and are looking
Yep.
at the basin,
Yep.
then the wall that has your door in it,
Yep.
this over here on your left goes to the dragon mural behind you.
Yep.
If you're facing the dragon mural and you're in the doorway, then to the right
It's that other door.
is the other door.
Okay. So it's basically, it looks like it could, in theory, be linking on to behind where that other basin is. at the end of the
Behind
room.
where the mural of like the
Yeah.
battle is. Yes.
Yeah.
They would
Okay,
share a
cool.
wall
Okay.
with that.
Okay. Cool. I don't know how we get around this room. What's
Maybe
on?
we just run through it really fast.
Okay, I'm not very fast. That's not my strength.
Well, you already got burned, so you're already through.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Shall I do it? I'll show you how an experienced adventurer does it, right?
Oh, please do. That'd be really helpful.
It'll be a nice lesson.
Yeah.
Okay, so I stand at the door opening. Okay, now watch closely. And I tap my heels and I fly over the floor.
And the trap, it doesn't. You make it into the room. Take a moment to look at the dragon, and then you see the other doorway leading out.
Okay. Is there anything about the mural that jumps out at me?
Not figuratively or physically.
Okay. The room otherwise has nothing, even if I look closer.
You can do a perception check.
Yeah. I'd like to make an investigation. I want to look closer, if that's okay.
Sure. Actually, get all hands up on the mural.
Yeah. 15.
Carving and some sort of trap in the floor of fire.
Okay. Then I'll go to the next door opening.
Okay.
And
This
head
leads to essentially just doorway, what appears to be like a corridor or a hallway. Very dark. Fairly cold. It is not brass plated. Unlike the room you just came from. This is just almost looks more like rough or natural stone. At the end, about like 60 feet away is a wall where the corridor seems to end, and the last 10 feet or so of the room appears to be like about 10 feet from that wall there appears to be some sort of like little lip, like maybe 6 inches tall, foot tall, something like that. You can't really see great from where you are.
okay. What does the floor look like?
Just smooth, natural stone.
Okay. You guys, I think this room is different than the others. More natural, and it looks trap-free.
I approach it immediately.
You go through the dragon mural room.
Yep.
You take 10 points of fire damage as the trap goes off and shoots gouts of flame.
Ow, damn
throughout
it!
the room. Bebo, were you still standing in the room when he did that? Or had you... Well, I mean, honestly. Are you muted? Are you there? Are you dead?
I am muted. No, I am very deliberately not running into that next room because last time I thought a room wasn't trapped, it was trapped. So I'm deliberately being clever to avoid the traps and staying in the fire room.
Okay. Well, you also take the 10
You're
points
welcome.
of damage as Grim enters this room and sets off the trap.
Okay.
I'll look at Bebo and go, "Ow! Why'd you do that?"
Oh gosh, did I say that? Oh gosh. Oh, so sorry, Grim.
You are both... Go ahead.
I was just stood still. I didn't know that would... I'm going to just dash into the next room.
It's okay, you're new.
Okay. That's going to set off the trap again by moving. You both take 9 points of damage. Grim, do you try to run through it and get to the other room? Or do you run back out to the main room?
No, I'm following the party.
Okay. So you both take the 9 points of damage, and you make it into the smooth stone cavern room.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Grim. I'm nearly
Whew.
unconscious
that last
now anyway.
one might have been my fault.
Oh, okay. That's good.
What happened, guys? Didn't I show you how to do it?
I can't fly.
Ah,
I'd like to be able to. That'd be cool. I am, however, very damaged now.
a good adventurer always has a way to fly.
Oh, well, I guess I'm not a good adventurer then.
Well, you're only just starting.
I suppose, yeah.
I'm gonna mass healing word us because we both need some help, and I'm running low on spell. We get 7 back.
Cool. That doubles my health.
Double is better than not double.
Yep. I should have used all 5 of my hit dice.
Oh wait, no, you know what I have? Here, drink this potion.
What does it do?
It gives you 2d4 plus 2 health back.
You're addicted to meth.
Oh, cool. I love that. Let me find some d4s. I'm gonna slam that potion for 7 plus. Is it 2d4 plus 2? Or just 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
Cool. That is 9 whole hit points. I'll take it. Awesome. I'm feeling a bit better now. Right. What's in this room?
And I feel like I can only cast 1 first and 1 third level spell for the rest of the day. So hopefully nobody tries to die.
I'll do my best.
I was just trying to not trigger traps over trying not trying to die. The room is as described, smooth, ish, natural stone. At the end of the... Do you have some sort of light source? There's no glowing crystal in here. So there's only a little bit of light shining through from the dragon mural room, which was already fairly dim.
Only remnants of my burning cloak.
I can cast light on a thing.
Does that not use up your...
Is a cantrip.
It's like,
No, I can cast light 100 times.
Oh, cool.
Well,
No, I'll just cast light on your thumb.
Cool.
Now you have a thumb torch.
It has to be a thing, not a person.
I'm going to
That's a
pull out a broken crossbow.
Well-
Okay, broken crossbow now glows.
One of my many broken crossbows.
So at the end of the room, you see what appears to be kind of like there's either like a step up to a little plinth or something, but it appears that has a very dark surface to it. You're not sure if that's like polished dark stone or what.
I'll approach it.
Okay. When you get close to it, you see that there's like a bit of a lip, almost like the edge of a pool, and in the pool is a very dark looking polished, almost like obsidian glass. It's just a perfect sheet of that in this pool.
I want to check for traps.
That's a good idea.
Feels
Lick
pretty
it.
prudent. No, I leave that to the professional.
It sounds magical. You better lick it.
I can check for magic later. 12.
Doesn't seem to be trapped.
Okay. Does it look magical? Or feel magical? Other than just in its splendor and all that.
Uncertain.
Okay. Is there anything else on the pool or in the pool?
No. Not that you can see.
Okay. I believe, and I'll step on it.
You step on this smooth,
Oh.
solid,
Oh, okay.
stony kind of thing.
Can you guys bring the light over here?
Oh yeah, yeah, fine.
When he gets the light over, you do see that this is a dark blackish color with almost like veins of red through it, kind of like marble. So like black and kind of reddish marble texture.
Sith marble?
Yeah. Appears basically like solid stone.
Cool.
Hey, I love stone. Stone never tried to kill me.
Give it a moment.
Oh.
Are there any murals here or
No, there's nothing.
just natural with this? Oh. Is this maybe a site for a ritual?
It seems likely some sort of, but why it would be why this, kind of engineered and chiseled stone pool would be filled with this perfectly polished smooth stone, you're unsure.
What do you see, Shae?
Frankly, some of the most beautiful stone I've ever seen, and I kind of want it. But I think, but I'm not 100% sure, that this might be some sort of site for a ritual. Though I have no idea what ritual that could be.
This
That's
entire
so
place
cool.
Grim's curiosity
does
is piqued.
brim with the idea of, temple or shrine of some sort, but with that.
Grim's going to cautiously make his way into the room.
You see the same thing that Shae does.
I lick it.
It has a coppery taste, but it's very cold.
Oh, definitely a ritual space, I think.
Why'd you say that?
Because I had nothing better to say.
Oh, but what makes you think it's ritually?
Well, it's not copper and it tastes like copper. That means it might be blood.
Oh, should we dump a knoll in it and see what happens?
That's brilliant. We might have to cut the head off and dangle it above because the body won't still bleed now that it's dead. But we can make.
Oh,
it do that.
I can hit it real hard.
Oh, perfect.
With at parties you have those pinata things.
Wait. What if this is like a dark god ritual? What if we're doing something evil? We don't really understand what this could be.
Good point. And that thing did try and make Tassora kill me.
It kind of did. So maybe feeding it blood is a bad idea.
What's like the opposite of blood?
Water?
I mean, I don't really know.
sound right.
Fire?
I mean, we could just hit it really hard and see what happens. That's kind of where my expertise is.
No, you're not gonna hit something that looks this good. No, we're not gonna do that.
We will
Can
find out.
we
what
take it
the
out in
opposite-
one piece?
We will find out what the opposite of stone or blood is when we get back from our break here in a minute. All right. So you're in this corridor or in this room, and you don't know what to do. And behind you is certain death for everyone but Shae. And Shae if it's poorly timed
Because of the fire.
because of the fire.
Well, we're not going back that way, guys.
Oh,
It's the only path.
yeah. Is this a good time to point out that Bebo, the BO is actually B0 because it was model 0. There's actually like B by and B, B2 and BB3. So there's about 40 iterations of Bebo I can go through and kill off, so that's fine.
Excellent.
Let's say, so we already have one rolled up.
Really, does the first B stand for beta?
No, it stands for B because, like, he liked bees. Because they're hardworking.
Excellent. And the hive mind. So what's in this room again?
Smooth stone, like natural stone, colder than the rest of the place, and then this little pool of stone, essentially.
That I licked it and it just tasted nasty.
Had kind of a cold, coppery taste.
Yes, maybe blood.
So, just as a thing, so, and again, I know I probably can't tell exactly, but how wide is the dragon room? Like, as in, can I get an impression of how thick the wall between the last room we were in and this room is? Like, is it like, are we talking potentially narrow? Are we talking like 10
4
feet?
feet, maybe?
Okay. So it's not punchable.
No. Also, one side of it is, solid brass. But
Oh yeah, also that. I feel like we need to learn how to disarm some of these traps. Because if I go back through there, I'm pretty sure I'm going to die.
Yeah, we don't want to try going back through there just yet.
No. Although there's not really anywhere we can go here either.
There's got to be somewhere to go from here. We just have to figure it out.
I mean,
Well,
we
we
could,
can-
like, sacrifice Shae.
Well, I'm just trying to think of a way to do it without putting blood in the pool, because that never ends well for anyone.
I mean, that's a fair point.
And Shae's the only one that could cross the fire room without dying, and she has the least likely chance of bringing back a dead body.
I mean, there must be a way to kind of turn that off. Can we
I'm
see
surprised
the...
your metallic body isn't resistant to flame.
bless you.
Nope. Just my bod.
That was somehow way more violent without sound. Like, that was super intense for the silence.
Yeah, I was hurrying to mute myself because that was a big one.
Okay, please continue.
I'm wondering, is there something about the murals that, like, because it's a dragon and it's fire and dragons are fiery. Have you guys ever killed a dragon?
No.
Not that I recall, no.
Oh, okay.
Remember,
They're kind of big and
they are
scary.
mythical as well. They're not
Yeah.
like, oh hey, there's a dragon, and they're mythical.
Yeah.
Killed a
Big.
dragon, oh sure, when I was 6.
Oh, that's so cool. How'd you do it? Like, just like with a bow?
No, as I recall, it was with consistent brushing of my teeth.
Ah,
Headmistress gave me the Dragon Slayer award because I had the best oral hygiene.
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I suppose that's the best way to put it.
Okay, so we need to turn that fire off so we can do something about this room. Can we kind of like try and get a good look at that mural, see if there's anything we can like push or...
What if we don't need blood? Grim just steps into the pool to see what happens.
You stand on the stone.
Is it slippery?
It's very, very smooth. It is not slippery.
So I could like ice skate around?
I want to take this stone home with us.
No, it's like a marble, like polished lobby.
It's a large piece of stone.
I want to make a house
It's
out of it.
about 10 feet deep to the other wall, and probably about 4 feet wide.
That's a large piece of stone. Shae, we're not taking this with us.
I know,
Can I-
but a Gokum dream.
Do you want me to like
Well,
lop a
maybe
hand
we could
off or
take
something?
pieces of it with us, though. It's pretty, but it's big.
No, we're not going to. I'm not okay with destroying this at all.
Well, not destroying, maybe downsizing would be a better word. With a hammer.
You can't downsize perfection. And this is by far the most perfect piece of rock I've ever seen.
But what if our exit's on the other side of this stone?
Then there has to be a way to get past this rock without damaging it.
Can anyone spare just like a little bit of blood? I could like cut your hand off or something. Just like little, we can build you a new one, it'll be fine.
I could poke you in the arm and we could spill some of your non-blood out.
I mean, I don't really have any...
We shouldn't cut off hands, though. That's bad.
Oh. Can you just get a new one?
Yeah, it's not that simple.
Oh, okay. I lost my hand once. It's not like I just built me a new one.
I imagine for you that's a different story than for us. You can't just build a new one. Well, as far as I know.
Is there anything on the back wall?
No.
Okay.
What about just like a little tiny cut? Just
So
so
do we
happens.
really think... Should we try blood? Because I'll cut myself and bleed onto this thing if we really think that's what we want to do.
No. Rule 1 of ritual casting is never use your own blood.
Well,
So if
we could use yours.
Grim uses yours, yeah?
So, Shae,
Yes.
you need to float out and collect some knoll blood for us. Use the empty bottle from
hold
the potion that Bebo drank and collect some blood for us and float back.
Okay.
I have a herbalist kit with an empty vial in it.
Ooh,
Have a-
we've
have a
got 2
fresh one.
vials now.
Have a fresh one just in case.
All right, I'll do it. And while I'll do that, you guys can try and sort out those traps.
Sounds like a
Yeah.
plan. Bebo,
Okay.
while she's gone, we should
Yeah.
not do anything with traps because we're going to burn alive.
Oh, yeah,
What?
no, for sure.
We shouldn't.
Okay, I'll take. I guess I'll take the 2 vials and I'll float out of the room.
Okay. You float through the dragon room, looking at the dragon on the wall, looking down at the little holes in the ground, seeing the little fresh scorch marks on every other tile, and then into the main room, and then
Where's the? Should I do this? The other hallway that we didn't go through.
so there's the
By yourself?
door to the like,
Adventure.
10x10 room, and then up the stairs. But on the other side of that door, mirrored to the dragon room door, there's a little hallway. And if you kind of poke your head in, that goes about 10 feet, and
Yeah.
then turns left and right.
Shall I risk it?
We're not there. I can't tell you what to do. You do you. What would Shae do?
Shae is probably smarter than me, so at least has a better survival instinct. So, okay, I'll go back. Just go back upstairs to get the blood.
Okay. Takes a bit of effort to get the blood because it's not flowing well.
That's
out of these.
it's not that hard. It shouldn't have coalesced at this point yet.
No, but
Just means I have to cut a lot.
it's just
At this point, I'm
flowing.
50% sure she's going to come back with Tassora's blood.
Now I'm just gonna have blood all over me.
That would be easier to get. Okay.
It's really disgusting blood that in the organ should have not halfway coalesced.
It's all over
smells
your
bad.
hands and your feet. It's on your knees.
It
just
feels
splattered
weird, especially when you have
Ew.
like a heart and then with the blood in it,
Ew. Yeah.
and it smells bad.
So Shae returns with blood.
We dump it in the pool.
Did I manage to get any on me, or am I clean?
You could probably be pretty clean.
Okay.
I mean, it
Well,
would've
have you
gotten
ever?
on your hand- It would have gotten on your hands, but I mean,
When you show up, Grim looks at you like, "Oh, you didn't get any because you're too clean." But then you have the vial.
This is my first time doing something like that.
It's not Tassora's blood, is it?
It's impressive that you kept yourself clean. That's
Huh? Yeah.
admirable.
I'm just gonna ignore Bebo's question.
You have a future as a phlebotomist.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting.
Nobody does yet. You might be the first one.
It's untread paths. Okay, are we ready for this?
I'm
Dump
going
it.
to pull out.
Let's go.
I'm going to pull out my glaive and just be ready.
That's wise.
Just step
Grim just
away
hides
from.
behind his shield.
Okay, and I'm gonna take one of the vials that I filled, and it's gonna be such a waste on this rock. I mean, it's such a pretty rock.
Throw him in.
Hey,
No, but
Grim,
I'm gonna pour a little bit. Yeah,
What's-
in the middle
why
of
is
it.
Shae? Why is Shae so like hot for blood? For rock.
Not the blood. It's the rock. If we were able to take that back, it'd be worth a lot of gold.
Oh, I can just like hit it really hard.
No. She wants it in one piece.
Oh, I can hit it really hard and see what happens.
Just promise her you'll clean the blood off later, and I think we'll be good.
Okay.
Well, rocks are a girl's best friend, so
you pour the blood. It slowly kind of drips onto the smooth, polished, marble-looking thing, and nothing happens.
Well, that's
Oh.
disappointing.
Maybe you have to like kill someone in there or something.
you accuse me of being bloodthirsty, but man,
Oh, whoa! I'm not saying we should.
you're suggesting it.
No, I'm not.
Well, then why bring it up?
Because maybe
So
that's
I have an
how it
idea.
works.
What if we have to break the stone?
We're not gonna break the stone.
I can
No,
hit
I
it
mean-
really hard.
We might have to break the stone.
Look, what kind of pathway is that where every time you have to break this much stone and replace it?
No, we don't want to replace it. We need to break it
No, but
so that
no,
you can cart some home with you. Yeah, you need some
No.
pieces you can carry with you. So we need to shatter this big giant son of a bitch so you can carry the biggest ones that'll fit in your pack.
You know what? You know what? Fine, go for it. Break it. Good luck
Only-
with that.
You're gonna have to take some pieces home with you that are worth a lot of money. Are you okay with that?
I'm not okay with any of this.
Can I hit the stone really hard?
Yeah.
Like really? Well, I say really hard, but that's determine how hard it is.
Glaive end?
Yep.
That'll depend on the D roll.
Okay.
I
I hope you have a backup weapon.
The blade hits the stone,
Yep.
and there is a sound like thin glass breaking, and
No.
The glaive shatters.
spider web of just shoot out all across the first like a foot in all direction of the blade that has hit. Right.
Grim looks at Shae.
It when the
A
blade
whale
pulls
echoes.
away, you see that it's like a very thin, almost like not a little bit more than like paper thin layer of like almost like candy glass that top layer.
Oh, it wasn't even that much stone, Shae.
And below there's like a goop. So
Ew.
where the indent from the blade has hit and shattered away, there's like little shattered pieces of the top glass, right? And those start to almost like melt and like go back into the goop, and the goop is there. The goop looks kind of like
We've discovered a T1000.
less polished version of the stone, and it seems to kind of be, it's kind of pushed up to the side, and it's slowly starting to come back together.
Definitely a
So
T1000.
Form a perfect seal again.
I'm gonna hit it again.
Where the blade hits any of the top surface, it shatters out the like candy glass like layer and just dips down into the goop, and it actually kind of gets stuck in the goop because the goop is thick, like batter.
I'm gonna try and yank out as hard as I can, and then off it. Dragon.
No, it as you do, it like almost like cheese melt like pulls away, and now you have some of this goop
Smells
on the
awful.
end of your blade, and the little cheese melty goop breaks, and it starts to droop, and it kind of like solidifies almost into like a spike, just due to how thin it is.
I'm gonna hold it out to Grim. Grim, do you want to do
And Grim
the
will
honors?
lick it. I'll taste the goop.
Okay.
Can't we just put it in one of the vials?
I think it's solidifying too quick for that, but we can try. We can try again.
It tastes like awesome.
It is thicker than any of the vial. Like there's no way you would be able to pour it into one of the vials. It is kind of dripping off the blade, and as it drips, the thinner it's getting, the faster it's solidifying back into like the glass shape. The glass is still that cold coppery, but if you touch any of the goop that hasn't solidified yet, it's like boiling hot water
Ouch.
that has no flavor because it's too hot. So it's like scalding.
No flavor, and it's not magical. Or at least...
I mean, it has numbed your tongue. It has taken away your ability to taste for some period of
Guys,
time.
I think we found something. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I think it's magical, and I think it's important.
I mean, it seems
And I don't want to taste it ever again.
it seems pretty nasty.
It doesn't taste that bad. I mean, it's kind of like vanilla and raspberry, but not really either one. But
With a hint of pain?
still weird. I think it's a thing. The thing is never going to thing. I think if we break it, we can go inside it, but it might hurt.
all of it that is out, the top layer of everything has like the skin of it has solidified into this polished kind of glassy. Even that which is dripping off the blade.
Do we have any way to kind of like give it a bit of heat, maybe like melt it?
Yeah. Do you have any source of heat anywhere nearby?
I mean, I
We
don't.
needed a fireball.
There's a room full of fire traps, but okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a room full of fire in there. Maybe we can somehow heat it up and I don't know, do some whiz-biz. Any ideas?
This is getting really complicated now.
Yep.
Well, we need to bring the heat in into this goop, right?
Somehow, yeah. I mean, maybe.
That makes sense.
I don't really know what it's gonna do to it.
No, you've
And
already
once we
shattered.
heat the goop up- So we might only get one shot at heating the goop up. Once we heat it up, do we jump inside? Do we stand back and watch? Do we drink it? What do we do?
Well, it seemed too hot to do anything with.
That was before you heated it.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be too hot after we heated it?
probably. I think that's what the mysterious voice of God was getting at.
It was scaldingly warm when you touched the non-frozen, solidified interior of it, and that was without any fire being applied to it.
So basically, the main question is, what is it? What do we do with it? And
how do we get the fuck out of here without burning alive?
yeah, kind of what. So what do we know about this place?
Well, we know we're inside it.
Yep.
And we know that this stone likes to go liquid when it gets hot.
Yep. Well, or just gets broken, under the surface.
We know the gnolls were worshipping something here.
But then we destroyed it and kind of banished whatever that was, hopefully.
And we know the green glow is not coming from the jade amulet that we're looking for.
Yes, the amulet. So,
Maybe
if you're an
we
amulet,
should just get the fuck out of here and go somewhere else.
I mean, there was that other tunnel we didn't look down. Maybe the amulet's down there?
So
I don't really
there's
know.
a chance. Okay, so what if something down the tunnel helps us figure this thing out? That means we
Maybe.
have to disarm the fire traps, right?
Yes.
Fuck.
I still feel like there might be something in that mural. Like, it's a dragon, a mural, and there's a bunch of fire.
Guys, you've set those traps off so many times now. Just avoid the scorch marks.
I mean, you can try that if you want with your vast repository of health.
All 16 hit points that you have left.
When Bebo pulled out his glaive out of the liquid, there was this tendril that was left, right? That solidified.
Mm-hmm.
How thick is that compared to the holes in the fire trap room?
Ooh. Yeah, could we go plug some?
I mean, at its base, it's not completely the right shape, but it wouldn't fall down into the hole, depending on how deep that hole is. You don't know. The hole is maybe half the size of a euro, half the size of a quarter. I don't know, something like that.
So is there any way we can, so is there a noticeable pattern to the scorch marks of the tiles that have activated?
Yeah, it's literally every other one.
Okay, can I just...
It's 5 tiles by 5 tiles, and it's literally a checkerboard.
Oh, okay. Grim, I'm going to try something. Don't follow me.
No. Say what it is and let me do it.
I was going to kind of just try, like you said, to try and walk on the tiles that aren't burnt.
Shae, go ahead and let him do it.
Okay.
I'm going to try that. I'm going to try and just kind of step across the checkerboard.
You step to one of
I'm
the
of
2
the
by 2
opinion that we
tiles.
should let these new characters try all the death-defying things.
The ones that don't have established backstories and...
That's right. There's very little emotional involvement at this.
It's very much the left half of OBS versus the right half. All right. You step onto one of the squares, fully ready to be engulfed by flame, and nothing happens.
Oh, that's cool.
I told
That's what
you.
we're going for.
I want this written down. I told you, and I was right.
Imagine if the person who, planted this trap was here watching us. They think we're real stupid for not figuring that one out sooner.
Probably.
We're real heroic.
I'm thinking it.
Right, should we go and have a check out of that other place then? The other tunnel?
I think we need something more than we have to figure this test out.
This does feel very kind of end of the line.
Yeah, there's something else we need that we don't have, and we got to figure out what it is. Otherwise, we just need to go back where we came from and screw.
Is it a modicum of intelligence?
is what a modicum of intelligence?
The thing we need that we're lacking.
We can hope. Actually, I hope it's not. Unless you guys are modicums of intelligence, where I am not.
I think it's a thing you have. I don't really know what it is, but I've heard people say it before.
Let's go look. We just don't step on the burned ones, right?
Don't step on the burn ones, and let Shae lead the way because, well...
Because she floats.
Yeah, basically.
I'm not floating anymore, I'm walking.
Oh, okay.
There wouldn't be any point for me going ahead if I float, because then I would just float over all the traps, so
Fair point.
he would still step on it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a dexterity check from each of the three of you to make sure that you step on all the right.
Oh no, I'm floating over the fire. I mean, we figured this one out. So.
8.
You can have advantage because you know how to go slow and how to go through it.
18.
Okay. You make your way through. At the very end, Bebo's like heel catches something and it goes, but you're already out, so you take no damage.
At least the fire swamp gives us a warning whenever the torch is going to go off.
So, you do see that it's every other hole, but the gout of flame pretty much fills enough that the entire room is basically burst. So if it goes off while you're in there, regardless of where you're standing, you're gonna get hurt.
Okay.
Okay, you are in the main room with the large battle mural, and then there's the door, or the wall with the basin, the door that leads up to the knoll cave, and then the door that leads to the hallway.
Now, bear with me. Okay, right, logic. Do we have any of that blood left?
Yeah.
Theoretically, some on your glaive.
Oh, no, the blood.
Oh.
I brought 2 vials.
Right, so you only used 1, so yeah.
Mm.
Right, so that last room had a dragon on, and I know I'm obsessed with this idea, but there was fire and there was a dragon. This one has battle on it and a basin. What do battles make? Blood. Maybe we need to put blood in that basin. Let's put blood in every basin we find.
Let's investigate first. Blood basin on the way back.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just in case we find more basins.
Then we might need more blood, you're right. Good shout.
We better have blood with us.
Blood
Yes.
Basin is my rip-off level for a versus game based on...
It's my new rap name.
instead of
I'm going to
Blood
break
Gulch.
out into the R&B scene as Blood Basin.
Nice.
Word to your mom.
But it
Sure,
needs
it's
to
more
be
like-
bass.
Yeah, I was going to say,
N-
sure it's more like drum and
N.
bass.
BASS apostrophe N apostrophe.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make it to the other hallway. You have left and right. At the end, a little T.
Okay.
Little
I'll
T,
check-
that's my other rap
I'm
name.
gonna check the hallway for traps. It's safe.
Okay. You continue forward. And you get to the intersection. You look to the left and you look to the right. There are 2 large brass doors, one on each end.
Do either have basins? It's just 2 big doors.
Do either have holes in the floor?
No.
Well, that's something at least.
I'm
Are there
gonna go
any-
to the left door, and we're gonna see for a way to open it.
It has a handle.
Oh, that's
I want to
convenient.
check for. I want to check for traps.
Yes.
Yep.
Investigation.
Yeah, looks good. I don't have to tell you what it is because these are very, very low numbers that I'm rolling.
Do you go to open the door?
Yes.
Okay. The door swings open. And
You die.
so there are still in this hallway the light glowing green crystals. In this room, there are also 2 glowing green crystals on either the left or the right wall. The room appears to be about 15 feet deep, and it's brass tiles, 2, 2, and then those brass tiles give way to what appears to be carvings of... It starts out very, very small. It's it appears to be like hands reaching out of the brass. So the floor, the walls, and the ceiling are all carved like statue hands reaching out towards the door. The deeper in it goes, the more they are out. They're like overlapping each other. Once you get towards the back, there are actual like arms reaching out. The very back wall is a pair of hands holding out like this. And there is a brass bowl clutched between the hands.
Can I be the first to say this is super creepy?
I
Like,
don't
what
know.
are the hands?
Well, clearly, they're reaching for something.
Away
Blood.
from, like... Well, they're reaching towards, like, away from us. Like, or towards us. Like, out of this room.
Yeah,
Also, hands are
probably.
just spooky
They
anyway.
want our help.
That's
No.
exactly it.
It looks like they're reaching towards the door on the right. At least in that direction.
It is directly opposite of this room, yes.
Yeah. So, let's see what's in that room, what they're reaching towards.
No, isn't there just one entrance to this room and they're reaching towards the door we came in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the
Yeah.
behind, if you're facing into the hands, behind you
Yeah.
there is another door.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
'Cause
Okay.
there was a door at the left and the right.
Oh, sorry, I've been back out of the room and down the corridor.
So
With
what
me.
if,
I mean, they're
what
like
if we
50 feet
should
away, but
not
yeah.
open the door that they're leaning towards? Maybe that's the trap.
You're the solution.
Maybe both. Maybe a trap solution.
Maybe we should open both doors at the same time.
Maybe we should close this door because it's making me vaguely uncomfortable with those creepy hands.
The one we came in?
Yeah.
I think that we're gonna have to come back here anyway, so let's keep the door open. Let's just open the right door. I mean, there's no need to be scared of a couple of statues, especially not just hands. I mean, what are just hands going to do?
Okay, no, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to stand back and open that door.
I'm going to stand back with Bebo.
I open the other door.
You open the other door and just immediately your senses are kind of assaulted because there is not the soft green glow in this room. Instead, there are 2 red crystals that are just bathing this in red light. And
Kyber crystals.
staring back at you from about maybe, like 6 feet away from the door is a fully, not a mural, not a little bit of relief, but a fully like carved out big brass statue of a massive demon head with a full carving. Its mouth is open with big fangs coming out. It has a wickedly like twisty tongue that's pointing out. The takes up pretty much the entire room. It's got like 2
Anybody
massive
else get the
claws
feeling we're going to fight this guy?
latched into the wall. The whole thing is carved in such a way that even where its claws like hit the panels are like sunk in as if it's like crushing the panels under it.
This is beautiful craftsmanship.
Yeah, and totally not creepy, right?
Yeah, I don't think this was carved.
So are those hands like calling out to this thing?
Into this direction.
Are they like trying to like grab it, like be like, "Hey, come hang out with us, weird, creepy demon thing"?
That's the feeling I get.
Like it's a dark temple, right? And that's a demon, so kind of trapped.
Nobody said anything about this being a dark temple.
It's covered in traps and demon skulls. I'm gonna go with dark.
And it's dark. We had to like bring our own light.
It's also dark. That's true.
Well, there's
Also-
like, soft green light everywhere except here, in that one other room.
And that soft
So-
green light is not a jade amulet,
Oh, it's glowing crystals.
but we want a jade amulet.
So do you think we should do some of those red crystals, or just like leave them, or like destroy the statue, or bring the
I'm
statue
pretty sure
to the
those
other
are
room?
kyber crystals, and we want to take those with us to build lightsabers with later.
Oh, okay. What's the lightsaber?
Don't worry about it. We'll just try to survive.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Is there anything in the demon's mouth?
Us?
Just the tongue, and it's shaped like wavy like that.
Lick
There's
it.
a wave in the tongue for each of our bodies. We should get out.
Oh my god, guys, what is wrong with you?
What, self-preservation is a fault now? We should get out of here.
What, because of some statues?
Because of some statues and everything else that's tried to kill us here, we should really go.
Some passive traps.
Any traps?
Yeah, passive. Yeah, I mean, come on. I'm
Yeah,
a
what
bit
is-
disappointed. Again,
I'm gonna stand back then.
that's fine.
Way back here.
What kind of adventure is scared of a couple traps that you could have put some more effort into evading? By the way, I mean a lot of this pain really is on yourselves.
Maybe. I'm willing to accept that and stay alive.
Am I the only one here who brought some balls to this ruin?
And the only one that floats.
Yeah. Oh, so no balls. No need.
Nah.
I would think
well,
Bebo has big ass brass balls.
Nope.
I want
Like
to
just
step
two
in.
big
Tiny little
brass
ball
balls you
bearings.
carry around with you.
Oh yeah, these guys. Yeah.
I want to
Right.
step into the room, further into the room, and investigate a bit more.
Okay. As you're kind of looking around, you look into the mouth. Kind of like can't help but be like mesmerized by what's going on here. In the back of your mind, there's always that kind of like, this. Maybe it is a living creature that was frozen in brass as opposed to a carving. It's hard to kind of deny that. At which point in time, the tongue wags slightly, and the brass of the tongue splits open completely at the base, like way down in its throat, revealing what appears to be a steel blade that followed the wavy curve of the tongue, and that stabs out at you.
Oh,
On like almost like a spring
No!
piston, and it like follows like someone attacking at you. That hits you pretty solidly.
wonder if I
Hits
have
you,
something.
and only
if I can do-
only rolls very poorly for damage. You take 5 damage as the tip of this ton blade hits you. But then as it hits you, the red of the room fades, and the ton bursts into flame as it hits you. You take an additional 5 fire damage.
Oh, who's afraid of a statue?
Yeah, but a statue. It's not like it's just a trap. It's not like I said as I'm built on this thing and on fire. It's not
pulls
like
back
it came up to get me.
We should leave.
Kind of like wagging around, and it like lashes out more, but you step away from it. It's about like It's essentially like the equivalent of like a flamberge like long sword, right?
Oh, that's cool.
That was like hidden inside the brass of the statue.
Can we like destroy that statue? Maybe just like hit it a bit. Just I don't know.
It
And
looks
or
like it's
steal that longsword.
Good idea. Let's go wail on that statue. Grim, you coming?
I'm coming.
Right, I'm just gonna walk in and start wailing on the statue.
Okay.
you're just gonna get hit again, right?
Well, I'm not. I'm avoiding the tongue.
I mean,
I think that
you say that.
Well,
Yeah.
I am using my. Given I have a 10-foot long glaive or whatever it is, I'm hoping to be able to kind of
Like outside
hit it from a distance.
stabbing.
Yeah.
Where are you attacking this statue?
I'm just gonna try and lop its head off.
Its head is well, let's go. Its neck, because it's almost like a bobblehead or like a pop vinyl. Like its body is kind of
Okay.
like back down, but its head is huge, and so its neck
Oh, okay.
is probably a solid like 8 feet thick of
Oh, okay. That big.
presumably a solid brass, but you don't know.
Okay. Maybe let's not wail on it. Is there anything like behind it? Can I see anything behind it?
It's
Around it?
It is fully 3D, so like there is like where you could crawl kind of like into the room, but it does appear like it's emerging from the back wall,
So this basically just is the room.
basically. Yeah.
Okay. So those crystals, do we want to like fuck them up or something? I mean, oh sorry, my language. Do we want to like mess those crystals up? Like they're different, right? They're red.
I think we
Yeah,
want to take
right.
them with us.
What did you say? Sorry. Take them out.
We want to take them with us.
Okay. I'm gonna try and. Can I like try and use my glaive to kind of pop one out?
Yeah,
Or is it not?
you can try that for sure.
I will roll a dice and see how well we do. That is a 3, so I presume I do not even find
Kind
patches.
of just like scratch at it, but you think you could probably pretty easily break it off, or maybe if you actually like got in there and like grabbed it, you could pull it out or something. But
Yeah, so we might be able to yank it out, but I'm a bit worried about getting stabbed because not a fan.
Grim's gonna see that and go for another gem and try to pry it out.
the other red one, there are two. There's one
Yep.
on the left, one on the right.
Yep.
All right,
Going for the other
give me
red
a
one.
strength check.
11.
You can apply athletics to this if you have it.
In that case, 12.
Oh, jeez. You feel like it has a little bit of give where you could probably potentially pull this out, and you're about to turn and tell that to your friends when the sword stabs into your side.
Ouch!
You take, between the stabbing damage and the fire damage, you take 16 points of damage.
That stung.
Okay, right. I'm getting the impression that fucking with these crystals, messing with these crystals is just going to make this thing angrier. So maybe let's go and see what's going on with
We
that.
gotta get the crystals. Get the
Basement.
crystals out.
Okay, B is going to try and just grab one as well.
Okay, strength athletics check.
That is a natural 20 plus 6.
You pull it right out. You get it right at the right angle, and it slides out, and it's kind of like the perfect crystal shape. It's pointy at one end with the facets, and then like hexagonal like body, and then
Ooh.
like 4 inches of it were showing out into the wall, maybe like 6 maybe, and then another 6 were buried into the wall. And you pull it out, and it's pointy at the other end. It's like a perfect like little like battery
Nice.
crystal, right? It glows less brightly as you get it in your hands, but you have it in your hands, and you're able to dodge back out of the room because it was busy stabbing Grim on its turn.
Awesome. Okay.
So Grim, it is. or Shae, actually. What would you like to do?
I want to Eldritch Blast the center of the tongue where it's split open, where the thing is coming. Yeah. See if I can disrupt the mechanism. Yeah, that seems like a solid idea. 16 to hit.
Okay. Roll your damage.
First one. Plus 4 is 7 with the first beam. Second beam also hits. They roll a 19. And then I say 6 plus 4 is 10. So 17.
Okay. 17 total damage.
Yeah.
You as it's kind of like it's waving and like kind of recoiling back to lash out, because it actually like seems to like spring out towards its target. When you hit it, it certainly like blows it sideways, so it like collides, and you see kind of the brass indent and bend, and whatever mechanism is controlling it, it does appear to, it's not like the brass is like fluid and like bendy with it like organically, like some sort of living statue or something that can move. It does appear to be some sort of mechanism that goes almost like a plate of armor or like a shield over a ball, so like there's no hole, but you can see the pieces moving. So there's not like a hole down into, you know, mechanism. It's a piece over the ball joint, right?
Yeah.
Sliding across. But you are able to certainly bend that, and it seems to be moving a little bit more janky now. Grim, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to pull the other stone out.
Okay, strength
Again.
athletics check.
Ooh, 20, dirty 20.
Okay, you are able to slide it out. It kind of comes out, and then as you kind of pull away and look back to see what's going on, the sword lashes at you, but it's off. It goes towards the side, towards you. We're kind of just standing. And as you kind of
That's
like go,
probably good for my life force.
it's like the you know those little like pony things that you can ride outside the store, you know, where like as they stop,
Roughly
they,
11 HP worth of riding pony.
they get like slower, and so like as you kind of pull away and the light of these crystals dims because they're no longer plugged in, the sword kind of goes and stops.
Are we going to try and get that out of there? Because that seems like it was fiery and cool.
See if you can grab it.
Can I see if I can kind of find a way to grab something?
Yeah, if you kind of
without just grabbing the blade, yeah.
Yeah, if you kind of look down in there, it actually looks like at the base of the ton where it's split open. I don't know why I'm doing that here. I guess whatever. Because basically at the base of the ton at the throat, but it's actually like a hilt of an actual sword, or like the crossguard of an actual sword. So as you kind of pull at that, and it slides out, and it has a handle. It's an actual longsword.
Oh, awesome. Can I do a little bit of Arcana on it just to get an impression of whether it's magic or whether it was the kind of the crystals making it magic?
Sure.
That's only an 8.
You have no idea.
Okay. Hey guys, we have a cool big sword.
Neat.
And it's not trying to kill us.
How big is the sword?
It's a longsword.
The long sword.
Just a standard, D8 versatile D10 longsword. It does have a waviness to it.
It's a little bit small for me, but I'm sure we can take it with us and see what we can do.
The last corner
maybe-
of it's straight, but it's wavy
Yeah.
at the base.
That's cool.
Or maybe somebody else can use it. Grim, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, Grim, do you want a sword?
I can use a sword.
Cool. Here, have a
Oh,
sword.
you are a work. I was like, can you? But yes, you can. That's true.
I'm gonna give it over to Grim. Because I'm a good friend.
Wavy longsword.
Maybe fiery wavy longsword. Well, I had a look at it, and I don't think it's magic. And while I'm not super good at that kind of stuff,
You know what? Grim is pretty good at this kind of stuff. I licked the blade.
It feels warm.
I think it might be magical.
no,
Just
no,
fire, but
I've checked.
We'll find out later.
I've checked. It's not magic. It's fine.
Oh. Well, it's warm. Apparently non-magically warm.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean,
Let's keep the dream alive.
yeah.
Okay, then maybe we can put one of those stones in the other room with the hands.
I mean, you can go into the hand
Maybe
room. I'm not going in a creepy
crash
hand.
this sword down into that pool, and it will open up the.
Ooh,
That's
it is
also
a
a good
hot
idea.
lord. Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else in this room?
demon statue.
Can I investigate the demon statue?
Sure.
It's a statue of a demon. Called it.
That's a 0.
It is in fact a statue of a demon.
But Grim can't tell that because he rolled a 1 and gets a -1. So he can't even tell it's a statue of a demon. I don't know, guys. I think this is all we get.
Okay. Do we want to go and check out the creepy hand room?
Yeah, we should check out all the creepy rooms and then go back to the pool.
Okay. Hey, Shae, you're not afraid of creepy hand rooms. Off you go.
Okay, we've already been in the hand room. I'm not sure what you're scared about.
Yeah,
So
but
walk back
when one grabs your ankle, don't come running to me.
Okay, can you give me one of those glowing stones that you took?
Yeah, here you go. I'm gonna just hand
Thank
over
you.
mine.
Thank you. And I walk back into the hand room, and I want to go to the back room, back wall, where the hands are cupped, and I want to put the stone in there.
Oh, Maggie.
I think your plan worked, Lex.
Yeah. I summoned the
but-
beast.
The DM mysteriously transformed into a cat.
You get to the back of the room. The hands are cupping an actual physical bowl. In the back. When you go to put the crystal in it, you realize that the bowl is loose. It's not carved as part of the hands. They're literally just holding it. So like it tips a little bit when you put the crystal in. Like it has a little bit of give. You do see that the green crystals that are illuminating this room are in this back wall. They are to either side of this. They are in a brass plate with, as per the rest of them, but each of them is held by a hand around like the base of it. So it gives kind of this weird shadowy projection of all the hands out of the room rather than being at the front of the room and the walls.
Okay.
Hey,
And I
how's your
put the
creepy
stone-
hand room now?
Just a room. Nothing happens when I put, other than that, when I put the thing in a
Are you
bowl,
going
right?
through with that? Because like when you kind of like touched it in, because I'm presuming you're not just like tossing it in, but when you like touched it
No.
in, you felt the bowl give a little bit. And the thing is bigger than the bowl significantly.
Oh,
like the bowl is like this. And the crystal is like that.
No, then there's no point in doing that. Yeah, is the red crystal the same color as the same color? Of course not. The same size-ish as shape as the green
all
ones.
The other green ones, yes, including the ones that are not in this room.
Do we want to I know I've said this a lot of times. I don't want to get boring, but do you want to stick some blood in the basin? That seems very dark temple-y.
No. Can I want to try and take out one of the green crystals and put the red one in there.
Okay, so you grab the green crystal. Strength athletics check.
Strength. What is it? Oh, I am not a person for this. 2.
Okay.
You
grab onto it and start to pull. And there's that brief moment where you're like, oh, okay, this might slide out. And then just barely you see the hand that's gripping the base almost seem to tighten up on it. It was already gripping it, and it just looks like ever so slightly it cinched in to keep it in place. And there's that brief moment of like, no, the statues of the museum don't move. And then the hands start grabbing at you, and it just becomes a writhing mat. Because you're basically like, if looking at it in section from the side, if you were to cut the room in half and look at it, the bowl is here, along with the crystals, and then it's like angled like this, hands and arms, like that, and then the rest of the room, is normal. And the hands begin about here. So, like, you've come up to a point with all this. So all the hands are reaching out for you and grabbing at your ankles and whatnot.
Shae starts screaming.
You need to make an athletics check or a dexterity acrobatics check to wriggle free as they're grabbing for you.
When Shae starts screaming, Grim starts screaming.
Try the acrobatics. Oh, no. That's a 1.
Several hands grab your ankles, each ankle. That kind of brings you forward, and you go to catch yourself, and they grab your arms. You are basically completely grappled and restrained by the hands, and they are pulling you down towards more hands on the base. And as you get close, those hands reach out and start grabbing onto your armor and your clothing, and are pulling you down and starting to envelop around you.
Hero time.
And the ones that are grabbing you are squeezing, and they hurt.
B would like to go in all glaives swinging and start trying to lop off hands to free Shae.
Okay.
No. Yeah, well, okay, if you want to try that.
Or just try. I may just try and grab her and just
let's just roll initiative so we can get this going.
So we get to reroll it. It's bad, yeah.
No. All right. Okay. What are your initiatives?
13.
Okay.
14.
I thought you had an 11.
Oh, I did. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong die. My bad. 11.
And Shae, you're at like a 3?
Yes, that is correct.
Done. B. What are you doing?
As previously stated, I'm going to run and start chopping hands off to try and free my new best friend, Shae.
Okay.
I say new best friend, like second best friend, as in has been mean to me, hasn't shot me, so...
Give it a moment.
Alrighty. Go ahead. Make an attack.
That is a 14.
Okay.
Should I roll some damage?
Yeah.
That is a mighty 5 damage.
Your glaive nicks in and bounces off. You actually almost hit Shae. As you're trying to get at a wrist and whatnot. This is a writhing jumble of the hands. The hands that aren't grabbing her are almost being pushed out of the way by other hands trying to get to her.
Okie dokie. So, can I then, as my second attack... So, a grapple is a type of attack, right?
Yes.
Can I therefore try and grapple Shae to try and basically pull back? I don't know.
You can try to grab Shae and pull her out, yes.
Yeah, yeah, okay, cool. That is... Do you want an attack roll or a strength roll?
Strength athletics.
Well, I'm good at that. I've got +6 in that. 14.
No.
Nope,
She
not that
doesn't
good.
budge.
Okay.
They're holding her.
Oh, stop pulling me!
Okay.
Ow!
Grim.
Just a quick one. Just to knock some extra hit points up, I'm going to use my second wind
Yeah. Okay.
as a bonus action just to get some HP back. Cool. Another 7.
Grim.
Grim is. Am I being grabbed as well?
No. You're on the clear part.
I'm going to strike out at the grabbers.
Because only Shae
With
went
just-
into the hands, right? The rest of you were at the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I want to go in and try to free Shae by stabbing at the things
Okay.
with
I really appreciate it, guys.
What are you using?
my Morning Star.
So a little less stabbing, a little bit more.
A little more piercing. That's a nat 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
Where's my 8s? There's my 8. Oh, that's only 4. 2 plus 2 damage. But I can War Priest and get another attack as a bonus action. And so I will. Oh, that's only 13 to hit.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, that time we get a 9.
Okay. On the first one, you solidly hit some of the hands that are grabbing at her ankles. You actually kind of like break one away. It doesn't break off or anything, but it definitely like dents in and like crumples a little bit. The second attack doesn't hit as solidly, but still does kind of break away a little bit. You are having a pretty, even with as solidly as you have hit, you're having a pretty damnable time like attacking just this mass of hands. It's not working well. Shae, the hands are going to like squeeze and they're going to like pull you under essentially, and you're unfortunately face down. So like some of them are coming up and like you have a feeling they're going to get to your neck soon and to your face. You're kind of pulling away. But just their general squeezing of your arms and your legs to the point of bruising, you take 8 damage.
Ow.
Okay. Okay. It's not good.
It is your turn.
So what can I see at this point? I know face down, but
You can
You see hands.
twist your neck sideways to kind of see like Grim and them in the back in the other part of the room. To get really any better than kind of this, you'll have to kind of pull away a little bit. But
no, that's good enough. If I can see them and the rest of the room a little bit, I'm going to Misty Step.
Yep.
Oh, great.
In front of the room.
Bebo, you see the hands gripping her and like crawling over her, and then all of a sudden they just all come together, and a like mist just goes whoosh, as they just crush Shae completely.
I like to think it's more shadow than like a bit of shadowy, wispy stuff. Though.
But then Shae emerges from shadow next to you,
Whoa!
coughing and sputtering from
That
the group.
was so cool.
The wall of hands is like writhing and reaching for you.
Oh, should we just like leave?
That sounds wheeze. That sounds like a good idea.
Is it my turn?
If you're leaving, then you're out of initiative. If You're not
I mean,
leaving.
yeah,
Yes, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm just going to back out the room slowly.
Okay.
Do we not think there's something in there we might need for the pool?
Oh, possibly, but we can work that out when we're not being grabbed by crazy hands.
We should find a grenade.
What's a grenade?
It's a big booming thing.
Okay. I don't have one of those. I do have a crossbow.
Let's keep that in mind.
Okay.
Are the
Now
hands
let's get
reaching
healed.
to me, or just to all of us?
Just out.
Just out.
So what did you do to piss them off, Shae?
I was trying to solve the puzzle.
Okay, so something needs to go in that thing we suspect, right?
Could be.
Okay. So we need to put something in that basin. There's that other basin that something needs to go in. And then there's a weird spooky thing. Do we think maybe we need to put some of that, like, goop shit... excuse me. Some of that goopy stuff in there, like, melt it with the fiery sword?
Worth a try.
Or... yeah, I don't know. I mean... any other ideas?
I was fully expecting that we would find something out here that we could put in the other pool that would help us, but so far
we did potentially a big fiery sword. Or a big fiery gem.
But we have to get to it.
Yeah, but we can just walk to it now. We know how to get past the things.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just walk on every other one. The ones that aren't burnt, right?
Yeah.
Well, through that room, yes.
Yeah, so that's the only room left open apart from this one, right? I feel like
we can go... Are we done back here then? We go back through there and we try?
I mean, I think we've kind of opened up all the rooms we can. So there's those two. So as far as I see it, we have the two bowls, which are attached to doors, which probably want something putting in them. We have 2 red gems now, which is cool. And
And a fiery sword.
and a fiery sword, potentially. Do we want a green gem? Shae, I saw you trying to grab a green gem.
I kind of want that basin as well.
I mean, does it come off the wall? Or is it attached?
It could come off.
I mean, we can try and grab
Pull
it.
hard enough.
I mean, I can pull pretty hard.
Yeah, but I think those hands pull harder.
Well, I mean, we can see what happens. I mean, I am a hero now, you know.
You could
Yeah, but
douse that sword in the palm.
Heroes know when to quit. Yeah.
You were just mocking us for being afraid of that room, and now you don't want to go back in there.
I'm not afraid of the room. I'm just saying that you shouldn't step into active traps. That's
Okay.
not being afraid. That's being smart.
Prudent.
Yeah, prudent. I like the word prudent.
That makes sense.
Still, we should go stab the sword down into the thing.
Okay. That seems
Just
like
to
a good
see
next
what
step.
happens.
Yep, I can back that up. Do we all want to go, given the chance of... Well, should we cross the fire room one
Nope.
at a time? So,
You should go ahead and go in and try to do it.
I'm thinking more if we all go in, but try and cross the fiery room one at a time. Then that way, if it does go off, we don't all explode.
That's fair. We just have to walk on every other block.
Yep. But if we just go across one at a time, make sure we don't break anything. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Let's go.
I'm in.
Okay.
Being exceedingly careful, you are able to cross the dragon flame room by stepping on the other tiles.
Mhm.
So you find yourself in kind of the natural stone hallway room.
Yes.
The one with
Okay.
the pool.
Cool.
Stab it.
Well, you have the sword.
You stab it with the sword. It tinks off the glassy surface as you kind of just poke it in. If you slash at it with any real force or stab with any real force, it will shatter the first layer and kind of dig in a little bit, but no different than when the glaive hit it, really. Except there's less force behind it.
Hmm.
'Cause it's not as
Can you like make it go? Can you make it go fiery or something?
I can't.
You don't know how. No.
I don't know how.
You might have to attune to it. Try to attune to it.
We could try and hang out down here for a while, but there may be something else we're missing too.
Probably.
I mean, we can try.
Should we check on the dwarf?
Yeah. Also, we can search those knolls and see if they have anything. I mean, do we want to just try and throw some blood into those basins now, see what happens?
We do have an extra vial.
And we have a bunch of knolls, so...
Test them all.
Yeah.
I am not okay with defiling all this, but okay. I'm not okay.
Only because you want to take it back and sell it.
It's just
I mean,
pretty.
yeah. I mean, we have
It is
two
pretty.
massive red gems. Like, these gems must be worth a pretty penny.
Unless we have to use them.
Unless we have to use them.
Then the green ones might be worth some money.
Yeah, true. Right, okay, so... What are we doing?
I guess I'll try to go into the main room and pour some blood into the basin.
Okay, I will stand with my glaive at the ready.
It goes into the basin. And
It explodes and we all die.
there's a little hole at the center of the basin at the bottom. It just kind of slowly goes down there, and it's thicker than the flow really wants it to be, so it kind of bubbles as part of it gets pulled in, and it kind of just leaves a little bit of a red mess at the bottom. Yeah.
I'll
And
try
now
and
we've
clean it
clogged
up.
the sink.
I want to try and clean it up a bit. Yeah, this is probably... Yeah. If we only had access to fire. Do we have access to fire?
I mean, we can see if we can make that sword fiery, but I don't know how long it's going to take to kind of... For Grim to have a kind of learn about, see what that's on with that sword.
I mean, I can make myself catch on fire.
I mean, yeah, we can...
Is that actual fire
Okay.
or is that radiant?
It's just radiant.
Okay, can I go... I have a plan. If I go and hit that pool, get like a nice bit of residue on the blade, and then maybe if we like trigger that fire thing, we can get it to melt enough to drip some into that hole. Does that sound really convoluted?
It does, but...
It sounds complicated enough to just work.
Okay. Can I do those? Can I do those actions, please? So I want to smack the pool, try and get some residue on the blade, and then I want to try and trigger the trap from outside the room, so that I can kind of like dangle my glaive over it like a s'more, and then try and drip some of that liquid into the basin before it collapses. I don't know what you want me to roll to do that. But that's the kind of...
Nothing.
Okay.
When you get some on the glaive, you kind of hold it out
Yep.
into the room, and you kind of kick at one of the tiles and pull back. The room erupts in fire, and it hits and turns the kind of goop into like a bubbling red liquid that comes off the blade and falls to the floor.
Okay. That didn't go as well as I was hoping it would go. Okay. Part 2. What the hell's up with these murals? So we have the dragon mural, we have the battle mural, we have the creepy faces all around the place.
There are no creepy faces that you have seen inside.
Oh, okay, that was all outside.
The symbol of
with
the Horned Emperor was on the outside of the pillars and all that.
Okay. Okay, can I do a good old-fashioned investigation check on this basin? Just see if I can get a kind of grip of anything about it. Kind of what it's doing, what's been poured in there before, apart from blood, that kind of thing.
It is completely clean.
Okay.
Outside of what maybe little remnants of what Shae just poured into there and cleaned up, but it's pretty much she did a pretty good job there. There's the basin with the little hole at the center.
Yep.
And now that you're kind of looking at it, you do see that there is a seam straight down the wall that bisects the basin. So you think this door opens somehow directly down the center.
Okay.
On either side of that seam and above the basin, there are 4 indents. About the size of, the crystals that you have.
Hey guys, there's some things here. Should we try and shove some gems in?
Yeah.
So we've only seen 2 red gems, right?
Yes.
So far.
Okay. So shall we shove 2 of the red gems in and see what happens?
If they're about the same size, you could, yeah, sure.
Yeah, can we shove 2 of the red gems in, and then can I pry a couple of green gems off the wall and shove some in as well?
Okay, so you're putting the
So red 2 at the top, green 2 at the bottom.
Okay.
Assuming they're in a square kind of shape.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
The gems that are in the walls in this room are not quite as exposed. You pretty much only get like the pointed tip of them.
Right, okay.
You can try hitting at them, but you don't really have anything to get a grip on to just pull them out. But
okay, so we're gonna need the oh, Dunk, hold on. Hey, Shae.
Yeah.
Do you remember the basin in the other room?
Yeah.
Did that have like a little hole in it, or was it just like
no, it's just
a bowl?
It's just a brass bowl.
Right, okay, so here's my logic. Something gets poured into that bowl, which gets poured into here, and we need some more gems from that room. So I think we need that bowl, and I think we need some of the green gems. And so there were more exposed green gems in that room, weren't there?
Yes.
Okay, good news, bad news. I think we need those gems. Bad news means we need to go to the other room and try and grab them. I also think we need that bowl. So, has anyone got any rope?
Mine's tying up the dwarf.
Shae?
Yeah, I got some.
Okay, I'm thinking if I go in there and try and grab that bowl, but we tie the rope around me, so if the hands grab me, you guys can help me get out. How's that sound?
That's a sound plan.
Is it? He's the
As
biggest.
far as we know.
Yeah. Bebo is the biggest and probably the heaviest of us all. And are we really?
Also,
I'm certainly not strong enough to pull against all those arms.
I mean, we definitely need that bowl, I think, and those green gems, I think.
What if I go in and Bebo can stay out and help pull?
Yep, works me.
And I'm pretty sure that if we get within our just gonna pull you down like they did me.
Probably. That's why you have to pull really hard.
Yeah, but then you still wouldn't be able to get the gems and the ball. Well, maybe the ball if you're really quick.
We can
Not with
try
that
one.
attitude.
Yeah. Gee, you're such a killjoy, Shae.
Okay.
Right, let's tie a rope to our dwarf.
Grim is a human.
Oh, sorry, human.
As
Sorry.
far as anybody knows.
Yeah, sorry, Tassora's a dwarf.
Grim, as soon as they start tying ropes around me, I start to immediately regret saying that I would go in.
And as I do, I'm going to lean over to Grim like, hey, Grim, like you said, sometimes friends tie friends up. Wink.
Bebo,
Yeah.
I need a favor.
Yeah.
Like
Delete my browser history.
Really, I need a really big favor here.
Yeah, what's up?
Without Shae seeing,
Yeah.
I need you to push me into that room.
Oh, yeah, fine, no worries.
Like really hard.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go.
Okay, I mean, I can just go if you want, I don't mind.
No, because if it needs to be me, because you need to pull me out if there's trouble. I can't pull you out.
Fair point.
So,
hey,
but I don't want to go in. So you have to throw me in.
Okay. I've got a plan. Wink.
Throw it.
Hey, Shae.
Yeah.
Can you go tie the other end of that rope around that demon statue, so that like it's a good anchor point?
I'm not sure the rope is that long.
Oh,
that's a good call. Try.
Go see.
45 feet of rope or more, you can probably do it.
Okay.
Or just try.
I'll try that.
Okay, cool. As soon as Shae's back is turned, I'm going to shove Grim in through him.
Okay, so the end of the rope is not anchored to anything.
Nope,
presumably, as soon as he does that, he then grabs it. Grim,
I'm holding it.
The hands are not moving. As soon as you get onto them and start reaching, they start to come up and twist and try to grab at you. I need you to make a acrobatics check to like walk and step over them, because you're basically walking on like weird little ground.
Okay. Acrobatics would be a 15.
Okay. You're able to kind of like kick through. You get to the back wall, kind of brace yourself, and pull away before anything grabs you.
You make it sound a lot more like cool than I would have made it look.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Crystal.
Ah!
Can you like tie the end of the rope around the bowl or anything?
The bowl is like this and can just be grabbed and tossed.
Oh, okay.
I grab it and turn around and go, this bowl?
Yeah, throw it this way.
Okay, it just clatters to the ground because Bebo's holding the rope.
Yeah, fine. As long as it's near us.
It just makes that great kitchen bowl sound. Okay. The hands are starting to grab at you again. You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. That would be a 3.
Okay, 2 of them latch on to one of your legs. So you're being... what are you going to do?
Panic. I'm going to make a squealing noise and hope Bebo can pull me out.
Yeah,
very loud.
As soon as it starts squealing, I'm just going to start yanking as hard as I can.
Okay. Give me a strength athletics check.
That is a 13. Unlucky for some.
Grim, make a athletics or acrobatics check to attempt to slip the grapple.
Ooh, acrobatics 15 again.
You're able to kind of pull away, and then all of a sudden you just get yanked off your feet out and dragged across the floor as Bebo pulls you in.
I'm not going to stop until he's at my feet.
Yeah, no, I can.
And
Okay.
Grim ends up at your feet screaming.
Hey, Grim, it's fine. I'm going to reach down and just try and grab his ankle before realizing.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
Okay, so we just need the crystals now. Actually, hey Shae.
Yeah.
Did you manage to tie it to the statue?
No.
Oh, okay. That was a waste of time. Can you
I
just
can-
like?
Get a crystal.
I came back as soon as I heard the screams.
Yeah. Can you just like bamf in there and then bamf out?
No.
Oh, okay. Because you don't wanna,
Because
Like-
I can't.
Because like Grim didn't want to, but I just pushed him in and it was fine. So
That's good to know, but no, I can't.
okay, okay. Well, I guess attempt number 2. You ready to go back in, Grim?
Yeah.
Okay, I tell you what, I'll give you a nice push just to help you kind of run faster.
Maybe a good toss.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm going to throw Grim as well as I can, which I can't imagine is that well, but
Yeah, no, it's
Better
basically
than-
just a push into the room.
yeah.
All right, Grim, where are you going?
I'm going for a crystal.
Okay. I need a
The closest crystal.
I need an acrobatics check to kind of get over there.
14.
Okay. You get your hands on it. As soon as you kind of grab it, the other hand that's holding it kind of like tightens up, as if it's gonna kind of fight you for it. Like, no, this is mine.
Back off!
Strength athletics checks to pull it free.
Strength, athletics, 13.
You get it a little bit, but the hand kind of catches it as it slips out. At which point in time, the other hand starts to try to grab you. And do a pretty good job. So you're gonna need to slip the grapple with a athletics check or a acrobatics check.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, 19. 19.
Okay. They're grabbing at you, but you keep like stepping out. Like every time one kind of like grabs at you, you're able to shake it free and all that. Make another athletics check against the to pull the crystal free.
Nat 20 for a 22.
Oh, done.
Right out, and you get it in your hand.
Hey, Grim, go long.
I turn around like this.
All
Yeah.
his hands are reaching for him.
I yank.
Just off his feet, down onto
Yep,
the ground.
yeah,
The
just-
crystal,
yep, just
crystal
yank
up in the air as he's being dragged across the floor, just like.
Yep.
Face down.
Ah!
Okay, so you have one of the crystals and the bowl.
Okay.
One more?
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind going if you want. Like, I'm pretty strong. I just
No, I think I've got the
Yeah.
hang of this. I'm going in.
got it. Cool. Okay. 3, 2,
With a
1,
push.
go.
Oof, oof.
Dexterity, acrobatics to across.
Acrobatic, 16.
All right, strength athletics check to pull the crystal free.
Oh, that's a natural 1 for a 3.
Oh no.
Kid can't really get any grip on it. They grab at you at your ankles and whatnot, and a couple grab actually at your arm that's in the thing. So make a
It's not working!
athletics or acrobatics check to get away.
That's a 4.
You are grappled and
I went from rolling 20s to rolling 1s and 2s. What's up?
So you see him kind of grab the crystal and pull, and his hands just kind of slip off, and he starts to fall backwards, and a hand grabs him, and there's that brief moment of like, oh, good, he's not gonna, and then he just like gets pulled into the wall as like all these hands are like grabbing at his ankles and at his.
I am going to pull for all my strength's worth.
You just
Yeah,
pull
well-
the rope comes free, but it hasn't been untied, and it just he's been bisected by the rope. You've just pulled out his middle.
I thought you meant that for a minute then.
No. Okay.
That is
Blurp.
23 strength athletics.
Okay.
To yank.
Grim, make an athletics check to break free.
He
Nat 20.
wants to break free. He
And
wants
can I try to grab the jewel on my way out?
Yes. Make another athletics check.
Okay, I'm going to leave that 20 where it is. I'm going to roll the other die. You just stay there and emit your aura. That's a good
That was very golf commentary. And he's
Oh,
going in with the 9 iron here.
Yeah, it's
going for the easy putt.
It's only a 10, Ken. I don't think you can get out of this one.
No, that's not enough. You reach for it as you're kind of like going, and you get your hand on it and just get yanked free, and then fall back hard onto your back and pulled towards Bebo.
We got to try one more time, guys.
Okay. I'm just going to shove him. By now, this is kind of just fun.
You like pull him up by the rope and gets on his.
It's like a yo-yo.
Yes, very yo-yo-like.
Can you do anything to help him here, Shae? I feel like Shae's just like lit a cigarette and is just watching.
Ooh. Can I use my guided strike to grab the next one?
No, you can use guidance.
Well, no, but guided strike gives me a +10. It's part of my channel divinity. I can use it once, either to turn undead or to get a +10 on an attack. Yep.
It's not an attack roll. You're not doing an attack.
What if I'm attacking the thing to grab
Do
it?
you want to try to attack the crystal?
No, I want to grab it, but I want to get my +10. Damn it.
Do you know what would be really helpful here?
It was worth a shot.
A machinist who has a spider creature that can crawl and grab things.
Gonna get fucking torn apart
Yeah, fair.
and get decimated.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to try again. One more time.
Once more into the breach, dear Grim. Once more.
Once more. It's not going to do it. That's a 7.
Well, roll better.
No,
That's
you
what
basically get grabbed like the moment that you get in. You step on a hand and it just like slips out from under you, and then other hands grab you. So you're like 3 feet
This
into
is
the
not
hands,
working!
and you're grabbed by the ankles.
Right, I'm yanking him.
I keep rolling the 20s at the wrong time.
So you have advantage to try to do your strength breakout.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. That's
This is just the rest of
20, dirty 20. Another dirty 20.
Okay. So you're able to you kind of jump out, and then like right as you kind of like are free of the hands, the yank, and you fall back.
I can't grab it. Damn it. Wait,
Right.
what if I go in as a distraction and one of you tries to grab it?
I mean, I can just run in and see what happens. I'm pretty strong. I can probably stomp my way out. I mean, they might be famous last words, but I could also become a hero. And frankly, I'm here to become a hero.
Look,
Well- It's one of those two outcomes is likely.
Right, Bebo's just charging full tilt in. Just going to try and grab it and run back.
Wait, am I still attached to the rope that was
Yeah.
attached to Bebo?
Yeah.
I will drop the rope before I go.
you drag back in.
You you need to make an acrobatics check as you kind of like traverse through and try to go.
Oh, okay.
Grim
acrobatics,
gets to
I'll
the
be
end of
very
the
strong.
rope.
Oh, that went on the plot. 19 plus 1, 20.
Okay. So you're able to get to the back wall, and you just kind of like jumble and then grab the crystal. So
Cool.
athletics
Right.
check to pull it out.
I have a +6 on this. Come on, pink dice, don't let me down. That is a 15. 9 plus 6.
You pull it out, the hand kind of pulls with it a little bit, and then you wrench it free. You have it in your hand. Nothing is grabbing you.
Have we disarmed the hands?
Oh no,
I'm
they're
gonna-
still
oh,
they're
okay.
still grabbing at you.
Oh, they're still trying. Okay.
No, we just
I'm
have
gonna-
gems
They
now.
just don't have you.
Hey, Grim, think fast. I'm going to throw the gem at Grim.
Go make a dexterity check.
Save or check?
Check.
18.
You catch it. Catch it. Oh god.
Like accidentally.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and leave the room.
Acrobatics check to get past the hands.
Oh, God.
Or an athletics check if you just want to try to jump out.
Oh, yeah, so 19 to jump.
Okay.
Just like stomp my way out.
You just leap out and clear the hands. As soon as you are free of the hands, the crystals are no longer glowing as brightly as they were. And as soon as you're kind of free of like the cone of hands, everything kind of they slow down. You see that as you look, or at least Shae, who was maybe noticing this, where the crystals were pulled out of, the hands kind of close over that hole, and the two that were at the bowl have been grabbed by other hands and have been pulled back into the wall, and they've just disappeared. But they didn't recess; they were pulled back in.
That's super creepy. Hey, Shae, do you still think this room isn't super creepy?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of fascinated by it. I mean, this is one of the most interesting trap rooms I've seen. unheard of. This is frankly amazing. The level of technology involved in this is wow.
So far, mummy free.
Yeah, it's also a plus.
So my theory is, if we stick these gems in that wall, and also maybe scoop some of the goop with that bowl, maybe it's magic or something, and then pour it into the thing, and then it'll be good. Maybe.
We can try. I was thinking along the same lines here.
Should we go and stick the gems in and see what happens? Now, so, do we want to do it in a certain order? Because we could do like one at the top, one at the bottom. We can do like, so the red room was on the left and the green room was on the right. So maybe we put the red ones in the left 2 slots and the right one, the green ones in the right 2 slots, or maybe shove them in and see what happens.
We want to do it quickly, whatever it is, because I don't think we want to stick around in the room to find out we're wrong.
Okay, fair point. I'm going to hand off... Actually, I don't have any gems. So who's holding the gems? So Shae has one of the red ones. Grim has another one of the red... Grim has red ones and 2 green ones, I think.
I think you put the 2 red ones in the wall.
Oh, wait. Yeah, they are. Okay. Should we go and stick the green ones in the wall then?
Sounds good to me.
Cool, so that means the green ones will currently be at the bottom of the 4. Yeah, I was going to shove them in the wall.
Okay.
Mummy comes out and kills us all.
Nothing happened?
Okay.
Let's go home, guys.
Yep, that's it. Okay. Okay, can I reconfigure so the red are on the left 2, and so it goes red, green, reading kind of top left to bottom right?
Just the 2 on the left are red, the 2 on the right are green?
Yep.
I mean, nothing happens.
Okay.
Switch it.
Can I try switching the other way around? So green on the left, red on the right.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Green, red, top left to bottom right. Either something happens this time or it happens next time, because then that'll be which way around.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay, red, green. No, red. Wait, no, that's
Green,
why we're
red.
up.
Red.
Yeah.
Red, green, red.
Green, red. Yeah.
Nothing happens.
No, we haven't. Okay. Even the cat's pissed off about that. Okay. Do you think we need to like pour some shit in there first, maybe?
Yeah, pour some blood.
I'm just gonna. Well, I was gonna check, make sure we've done it every which way round. So we did red, green. We did red, green. We did red, green, red, and we did green, red, green. Yeah.
What about green, red?
Let's do green,
Green at the top, red at the bottom.
Let's do that.
Also up, down, left, right, be a start.
Yes. Can we try both of those options, please, Ark?
The crystals do not pull back out.
Oh.
What?
See?
Okay, no, that's fine. They might be in the right order. We just need to shove something in there now. So, number 1, blood. Number 2, that weird goopy pool. Like we have.
It's not gonna be blood.
So, should we go and see if this bowl does anything to the goopy pool? Maybe it like keeps it liquid or something. I don't know. Hey, Shae, you can do that. You're dexterous. You can hop around that trap room easily.
Yeah, but I don't have the strength to break the glass.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna see if we can just dip it in.
Yeah, but it's probably just like the last time. We're gonna have to break the glass again.
And drip it in. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not strong enough for that.
Okay, I'll come. So, can I just first try and just see if I can dip that? Just see what happens if I kind of just try and scoop
the
the in that.
Teens off the kind of
Okay.
glass outer shell.
Okay. Shae, hold this. I'm gonna hand Shae the bowl. And then do what we did before, just smash it and then drip some goop in there.
I'm just gonna use the bowl to scoop some up.
Once he breaks that kind of candy glass, he goes to trip it to the bowl. What's like left on thin, you just kind of dip into the goop. As you pull it away, it's like if you did like melty cheese on like the edge of a pizza, or in the bowl, so it's kind of pulling away.
Stop saying melty cheese. I'm on a diet.
And they kind of solidify, and you have to pull and break the little edges, and they kind of droop. But it mostly maintains that form away, and you have some, and it kind of folds back into the thing, and it seems to be solidifying. Every piece that's touching air seems to kind of get the glassy skin on it.
That's okay, because that means we can just, if we've got enough, we can just break the surface and pour it in when we get back there.
Yeah.
Okay, should we go and try that? See what happens?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take it back to the first basin. Kind of break the surface and try and pour it all in.
Because of the nature of its shape, it's actually very hard to kind of break properly, because it's almost like a Prince Rupert drop. It's almost like grabbed more.
Right. Okay.
But you're able to break it, and it kind of drips down in, and it's goopy, so like it's too big to go in the hole. It's like gack, or like silly putty, like goopy.
Okay, we need to heat it somehow. Do we think a fiery sword, maybe, or some kind of fiery sauce, or something hot? Do we want to like heat the bowl up? No, because then it'll burn us.
I can make some radiant heat.
I mean, we can see what happens.
Radiant is not heat.
It's definitely not fire.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Air.
Okay, we're back. Everyone froze again.
Yeah, it's fine
Okay.
now, I think.
Okay, cool. Right, so we need to melt it somehow. So knowing what we know about the fire trap room, can I go and inspect the mural of the dragon?
Can't we just light a torch?
I mean, yeah, we could light a torch. But I was wondering if
Or
there's
set
anything on
off
that
the
mural
fire
that will-
trap room and don't stand over the fire trap.
Yeah, you've investigated the mural a little bit. There, it's really
Okay.
just a relief of, it's maybe like an inch deep worth of carving.
I mean, we also don't know the fire will melt this thing, to be fair. Oh, no, we do. We do know that.
We know it'll melt us.
We can just get a torch and light that off of the fire, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, we can light torches all day long.
Yeah, can we just light a torch off the fire room and then try and...
You just light a torch. You don't need the fire room to do that.
But it's cooler.
It is cool.
Like lighting a cigarette with a flamethrower.
Very much the same.
It is.
Wouldn't work.
So, can we just... Shut up.
It would work all too well.
I mean, it would eventually have part of it on fire that would go, but it wouldn't.
Well, you'd have to stick your face so close to the flamethrower that it would emaciate the cigarette and part of your lips, but it would work.
Just do it at a far enough distance. So can we light a torch and see if we can melt some of the goop that way?
Okay. As you hold the torch down to the liquid, to the surface, it does get that kind of like watery, like, oh, it's starting to melt, and it gets, but it's not like just turning to liquid or anything. It's not like melting and really going. It's almost like sweating. And so yeah, you're getting some liquid and it's going, but.
Right. I feel like the gems are right, because the gems aren't coming out, guys. So what do we have a proposed solution?
Can we set this in the flame trap room? I mean, we know where the fire's coming from.
It's plugged into the wall, isn't it?
Oh.
What is plugged into the wall?
The basin we're pouring shit into.
Yes, it is. It is the wall.
Yeah.
But the bowl you have is not.
Yeah. So we could heat that up, but we need to be able to carry it. Is the problem, I think. How can we carry a fiery... I mean, let me do this in character. So, what if we got the goop and then, like, heated the bowl up so it stayed goopy? Like, cook it.
Okay.
I can make flames brighten momentarily, but that's about as close as I can get magically.
Well, no, I mean, we can heat the bowl from the fire room. We just need to be able to wait to kind of carry it without burning our hands. Anyone got any oven gloves?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
No, but you can just wrap your...
you are.
Yeah, can I... Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, I'm mid-metal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, do you know what
Anybody
I was
have Do you know Mage Hand?
I am a fighter.
Not you. Shae.
No.
Mage
I
Hand?
don't. No.
I mean,
Can I
damn
just
it.
can I just run upstairs and take a whole bunch of gnolls, like clothes and stuff, and just
Oh, I thought you were
wrap
gonna
my
cut off
hand
their
in-
paws and. God.
No, just wrap my hands heavily
You
and
probably
stuff
have
to try and
blankets
protect
and
it.
stuff too. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
leather.
I was gonna wrap my hands up as best I can to create like sense
Okay.
oven gloves.
Okay.
So he's get some goop in there and then heat it up basically. So just go and do what we did before with the glaive and the bowl, and then
You just
make the bowl nice and hot.
ball on the floor.
Yep, on one over one of the things like a gas hob.
Yep.
And then trigger the trap.
Trigger the trap. So, when you touch the tile,
Yeah.
the fire under the bowl just ignites around it.
Mhm.
And you kind of can't see for a second, and then once the fire ends, you see that the bowl contents are still on fire, and it's actually glowing like a different color. It's almost more ghostly than like the fire.
It worked.
And that kind
I'm
of
gonna get
settles down after a second, and then you look inside, and it's kind of like boiling, bubbling. Liquid
I'm gonna go pour that
blood.
shit in the.
Go.
I'm gonna pour that shit in that hole.
Yeah, pour that shit in that hole.
Take it and you pour it in the basin. It kind of pools up as you pour more than but it immediately goes down the drain. And there is a creaking sound, and the doors kind of pull back and separate and then open.
Yeah.
Hey, Shae, hey, Grim. I just want to say, I'm sure you guys figured that out ages ago, so thanks for letting me figure it out. It made me feel like a proper adventurer, so thank you guys.
No, I'm glad you figured that out for yourself, because it was getting to the point where I was going to be like, let's just do this thing and get out, but you did it.
I'm glad you didn't tell me. It made me feel really good.
Yeah.
Well, you should feel proud, and you should feel good about yourself for moving the party forward, and now we should move forward.
Okay, let's go.
Absolutely.
What do we see through the
Shae,
doors?
how did he fucking do that?
You mean you didn't figure it out?
Like you did?
Oh yeah. Ages
I'm
ago.
lost. I need to pray.
It's okay.
So beyond the doors is about 10 feet of kind of hallway where the doors have opened up to. As you kind of step through that, this entire thing is just smooth brass. Beyond, there's a dull greenish glow of a room. And as you kind of walk forward, you see that it is a hexagonal room with... You are on one flat side, then angles, and flat side. At the center is some sort of plinth or big stone shelf or altar or thing. There is a 5-foot wide bridge going out to it of brass plates. Then there is like a 5-foot wide standing bit on every side of that little plinth, and then about it's about 15 feet deep. So your 5-foot bridge goes
Yep.
to the center of a 15-foot thing, and then
Okay.
from the sides there are bridges out to the walls, and then in the back you can't see past the stone, but there's either nothing and it's a T shape or it's a cross shape going across the thing. You're unsure. And there's a dull green glow, excuse me, from little points of crystals set in some of the tiles around the room. Otherwise, it's all completely brass tiled.
So, big old pit, cross-shaped bridge, basically, but one cross with which goes into the wall.
Yeah, if you look down, it's about 15 feet to a floor below
Okay.
in the pit.
I feel like going down there is a bad idea.
It is. You realize as you're kind of looking around, you're not seeing crystals up above. or on the walls. What you're seeing is the reflection of crystals below. As you kind of look down, there are spikes of giant crystal in the pit. Like if you were to fall, it'd be like into a spiky crystal pit, essentially. And that's what's creating the dull green glow through the room, and it's reflecting off parts of the brass.
Okay, now, problem solving. Yep. Grabbing gems out of walls. Yep, these are things B can do. Being dexterous running across narrow bridges. Not in my wheelhouse.
It's 5 feet wide.
Yeah.
You can go through
Yeah,
doors. You're fine.
Yeah, I just feel like maybe other people should go first so I don't break it.
Okay, we'll go first.
Like, I don't want this to be the B show, you know?
You want to check for traps to the bridge.
There's no reason for you to believe that there would be traps in this room. Nothing up to this point has given you reason to believe that. Good.
No, it's fine.
There are no traps. You don't see any
No,
traps.
not at all.
You're
Not at
unaware of
all.
any traps.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there are traps, so I'm gonna walk across the bridge.
Okay. You walk across, you get to the flat portion, and there's the big stone box. And as you look, you realize that this is probably some sort of sarcophagus.
Ooh.
It has an etching in the stone of, like, a person.
Hey, Grim, a sarcophagus. You know what that means?
Fuck.
And that is where we will end today's session.
Oh, shit.
God damn it! No, with the mummy, maybe? No.
The 5 minute. Fuck. I feel that's a really good song. All right, bye everyone.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.